There you go. Yeah.
That's a nice way to start the stream. Nice big yawn. Get everybody in the mood.
Sorry.
That's so good.
I don't know what the new layout. Now you're in the top left corner. With a Feywild background even. That's fun.
It looks nice, yeah.
Or is it an Underdark background?
Also, yeah, that's Underdark. No, that's not Feywild.
Yeah.
I was always in the corner. Anyway, that's fine. Whatever. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to session 135 of Raven's Retribution. We're going to get started in a moment in our traditional way of getting a recap. So if I could get a D100 from everyone, that'd be great. I really want to see Stabby roll a 1 here.
71. Oh, okay.
Not quite.
Damn.
But also just 4 away from the funny number.
Funny money. Spend $300 trying to pull Barnacle Bob.
If you spend $300 trying to pull Barnacle Bob, there's something that's really gone wrong. He's uncommon. He should be in
Astral Phoenix? What's that? I want Barnacle Bob.
I think he wants to collect barnacle bobs, and that's what the thing is.
You get a fucking Astral Phoenix. This is fucking trash. Delete.
What's my wish? I want a Barnacle Bob card.
What's your wish? I want to be Barnacle Bob.
Yeah, in body.
Eldritch power bestoweth upon me.
Alright. GG, heads or tails?
Tails never. Oh no! No. That's what they say. Heads.
Look at that. Heads
Great.
it
Would
is.
you like to do the recap, or would you like to volunteer?
Considering I did
Stabby.
both recaps in both my games last week, I'm gonna volunteer somebody else.
I can do it.
I can also do it.
Which one of you does not have inspiration right now?
I don't.
Fuck. Alright.
Well, to be fair, Harkin also got pounded to the ground, so let's give him a shot.
What me?
Aaron.
Fair enough, you did get assaulted by like 8 dogs.
Oh hell, man.
Yeah, but he likes dogs.
Also, now that I think about it, we've had like 2 really good dogs, and then all these other like really mean dogs. It's turning into like a dog campaign.
Where's Venom?
It's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
He's still checking in with Yumwas.
Oh, God.
All right, go ahead, Harkin.
Alright, sure.
Alright, take it away.
Cool. If I remember correctly, last session we started off having just survived the Yin-Wussian ordeal and, Mox messing around with the what is it called, a thingy or a thingamabob? Doohickey, that's the one.
Doohickey, yeah.
Having messed around with the doohickey and finding out that it can cast time stop. At the cost of sometimes maybe exploding into a massive black hole that can suck us all into it. Anyway, having uncovered that, we finally march on up to the mountain, heading towards the old ruins that we could see up there. And as we got closer and closer, we could hear cheering coming. The ruins. As it turns out, our good friend, what's his name?
The man.
Samar, had taken his chance to view our fight very literal and had invited all his Fae friends to come, watch us either live or die by the sword in the fight against the Great Hunt, the Wild Hunt's forces. So as we entered into the ruins, we encountered 2 knights of the Wild Hunt, who were very stoic about it all. They were ghastly, sort of in one ordeal, but also powerful in the other. Weird glowing eyes. And weren't much for talking, really, even when Harkin attempted to provoke them. And before long, they just began their assault. The fight was a nasty one, as we very quickly learned out that these guys hit very, very hard. Briarheart got slammed a few times by them, and they also summoned several dogs to fight for them. The fight basically started revolving mostly around the middle, and for a while it was Briarheart, Harkin, and Holman holding the line. And then Briarheart, I think, it was Holman that went down. Then Briarheart went down for a bit, and it was just Harkin standing there while Manarov next to him kept fighting off waves and waves upon dogs, as other minions that were summoned forth from various powers and cards were attempting to assist us as well. It was a hectic battle. Where several of us went down a few more times, but Mox managed to get us back up. And in the end, before the last surviving knight got the final strike on Harkin, Cardinal managed to come in, pull Harkin away, and while Harkin was still prone and out, the ranged attacks from the knight missed, and he then disappeared. And that's when we quickly killed the last of the dogs. And now we are left here alone.
Well-
The knight nowhere to be seen, but having survived. And that's
Yeah.
pretty much the session.
It sounded like you wanted to add something there, Mel. Was there something you wanted to?
Yeah, for a moment, but no, all was good. All was good. I thought, but I just missed out.
Totally fair. Is there anything that anybody would like to add here?
Got some cards to play. Pretty good. We everybody showed off a little bit of new ability. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people showed a couple new abilities, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Duncan finally showed off his super combo, which was very impressive. Did a lot of damage. He finally got his new class of playing properly. Manroth used his, for the first time in a long while, his Durga enlarge as well, and now it does stack with his rage and his other thing at the same time, so he got full power from that. So that was very cool. Oh yeah, then, Harkin used sort of a cool sort of spear wall thing. Shield wall, not spear wall. Shield wall thing. That was very cool.
Technically it's sort of a spirit wall, because it's summon for
Spirit shield wall. Yeah. It was very good. It was very cool. Yeah, a bunch of people.
And there was some clutch moments where the knights rolled very low, and we managed to just hold the line from luck alone.
Exactly.
Mm.
So some good fighting, good showing. Very clutch. A little bit too close for comfort at one point. It was a good
Yeah, I
time.
feel like a lot of it was like these guys getting summoned was a big part of why we actually won.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
That, but also Mox using his heals tactically to get everyone back up again.
Well, he had to exhaust himself since he didn't even have it prepared.
Yeah.
This guy.
It's okay. I figured it's thematic since my favorite healing spell is that life transference.
No, but it's good. It's very good.
All right. Okay, let me.
And for you, I'll give myself an inspiration that won't be playing a card.
Whoa. Ooh.
I did the thing.
I don't like right facing Manoroth. He looks weird.
Right facing Manoroth can't hurt you. Right facing Manoroth.
All right.
Like, and he is nice.
notice.
No problem.
All right. Either way. At this point, the bodies of the couple of dogs that were there have faded. You can hear the sound of coin on coin as many bets are now settled amongst the Fae that are still watching you. You see one or two of them begin to disappear. Not so much just walking away as actually just disappearing as they begin to either teleport or shift away or disappear in some form or another. As you all stand here, you can see as these angelic-like figures slowly take a few steps, checking the area is clear before giving a never so slight bow towards the cardinal, and then just shimmering away like light dissipating.
I will
Gradually.
give sort of a same nod to my two spectral guardians of the Order of the Iron Skull, and they will re-enter into my armor, ending the effect of the protection.
And gradually injured, a little bit battered at this point. You were the only ones left here. As well as one demonic spawn or that just chitters and almost sort of whisper screeches around you. Just from time to time as it looks around you all, almost waiting for instruction. Unlike the others, doesn't seem to disappear or fade away.
Do the children of Greyhawk also vanish, or are they still here?
Still there at the moment.
Are they still like looking viciously, or what's the current vibe over there?
I mean, they're talking amongst themselves much at the moment. You see one or two of them are watching you, and I mean, they certainly are not happy to see you. But at least they're not like attacking you at the moment. A lot of them are just talking amongst themselves and interacting with the other Fae here. You can see quite clearly that they seem to be... The other Fae find them quite interesting. So you get the sense that they don't interact with each other much. But you're not very interesting to them.
Okay. Well, we certainly managed to steal that one from the demon's mouth. Well, and now things look a little bit more hairy.
Does it look like some? Oh, I guess some already have vanished. It's like asking. It's like, do the some of the people already go away? But
yeah, one or
see, I
two.
think they
Have,
do, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gradually getting rid of them. It's more and more of them are disappearing, but it's a gradual process.
Yeah, so it seems like the show is over, kind of.
Yeah, you see that some of the ones that are still here seem to mainly just be here to exchange the results of bets before they disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Can I shot 2 arrows last round. Can I attempt to retrieve one of those, or maybe both?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. You shot 2 arrows?
Yeah, I did 2 attacks. I missed one and I hit one.
Alright, yeah.
And a dog.
Yeah, no problem. Alright. Fair enough. Alright, well, if none of you want to interact, the last of the Fae gradually start disappearing. One of the children of Kaliak sort of jumps up onto the ledge. They're the only ones still watching. And you see Silmer steps back from the ledge, back a little bit. Some more of the Fae that were at the back watch closely. And I just need to check the spell book. Give me 2 seconds.
Has a minute passed by now?
No.
Oh shit! I just realized something that would have been funny to do at the end of the fight.
Well, the fight has ended. You're. Is it too late to do it?
I feel like with everyone leaving, it feels like it's a bit too late now.
Well,
Then I guess it's too late. If you say it is.
you see, as the child of Kaliak that was up on the edge of the ramparts leaps off, just a couple of feet forward, and as they plummet towards the ground, you can see they spin on the way down, just flipping over, and as they collide with the ground, they just seem to sink straight through it.
That's odd. But then again, I suppose expecting the weird is kind of the par for the course here.
Just in case drinking a potion.
Right. I was. Sorry, I was.
Bad.
I will lay on hands for Terran for an additional 40 hit points.
Is he, as he says it, and then we look up, is he gone now as well?
Mhm.
Just poofed? Damn. Alright.
Well, that's the shortest sentence I've heard him say.
Did he look particularly pleased or anything? Or, upset? Did he lose a bet?
I mean, you didn't see him exchange any money, but you can roll me an insight.
I'm not great at those,
wish.
but I will try. I'm just curious.
Also
Because all that not too bad was said, did it seem a little ominous as well.
You're pretty good. Fucking.
I'll get you next time.
By the way, you can add 40 hit points to your HP. Mel.
Alright.
From lay on hand.
Yes, sir.
Alright. So you're doing that to yourself. I misunderstood.
No.
Alright. With that insight, I mean, I wouldn't say that he seemed happy about it or disappointed. There was a tone of curiosity to it more than anything. As if he was, instead of being any sort of emotional way about it, just using it as a learning experience. Just taking it all into account. It was very sort of matter-of-factly in that way.
Just also checked the knight that we killed. That guy just vanished after his death, right?
Yep.
Alright. Well, seems another trial is over. Is that mushroom thing going to follow us now? Or what?
I'm not sure.
Did we beat the trial, or was that a failure?
I guess we won because he ran away the last one.
Right.
But
Is that a success on the trial or not?
well, it's not the king of the wild hunt yet. It's just one of two of his knights that we now defeated.
How many more of those things we got to kill before the king comes up?
That's a good question.
Thank you. What's the answer?
I see your Durgargon nature is rubbing off on you.
Hey, fuck you,
I
man.
don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Oof.
Wow. I don't know yet. Poland? I really don't know.
At this point, it's definitely been
From how it was explained at first, it sounds like push him away from me.
Jeez.
Nice.
Jesus
Oh, wait.
Christ.
Jesus.
Right, okay, no.
Oh, missed that 20.
Your hand just goes like through the fungus chest, and there's spores just drift into the air all around you.
Alright, let's get this thing out of here. Let's fucking kill it. Let's get this thing fucking out of here. I'm not. Manrov is not up for it to like spore around and infect us with shit. We're just gonna smack it once, everybody. Can just like fucking get this thing out of here.
Make an attack roll.
Ah, can we not just like execute it?
Make an attack roll.
God damn it.
I'll try it.
I'm gonna go like here. Where's my button? Where's me button? Oh, here as well. And I will also. Oh, sorry, dead.
Just a nice combo attack, you know.
I'll just kind of step away from it.
More
So probably,
spores
like,
drift in.
Hoofs, yeah.
All surround this area. It's. Don't worry about it. But the full area is now full of these demonic spores.
No, let's get out of here.
We're
the
done
entrance-
here. Let's leave.
Yes. Which way for the entrance, Briar?
Looking around.
Sorry, which way for the entrance?
You would know that there is a set of stairs that lead down at the back. Over here,
Over this direction?
where I picked.
Yeah.
See that?
Like right there, like right on the square there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I have to dig for it?
I mean, you can. Go ahead and make me a history check, Briarheart. This is relatively low DC.
That's I guess what she thinks does the
Really?
area sort of look like there was once something here, like entrance.
No,
anything?
it's there's nothing different that you notice here. Briarheart, you know, like you've never been to this point before, but you know, or you've never had to access these stairs. But you know for sure there are stairs here that can be accessed, that lead down like a spiral staircase. But it escapes you in this moment of how you access them. But you know there is something nearby that will help you access. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Just Briarheart at this point. Alright. You take a you take a few moments. You know that it requires a key ingredient to make the stairs visible. One that you actually have plenty of on hand at the moment, quite luckily. I'm going to message it to you because I'm interested to see how you go about playing this, but it's a simple enough one.
Mox is just holding his head because he's got a terrible headache.
Mhm.
Can you apply a level of exhaustion to me when you can?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just kind of like walk around the area and just kind of like looks down. So, in order to show it, I'm gonna need something. She turns to Taryn. May I see one of your wounds?
Why?
I need blood to open it. Specifically,
Posing over though.
You can't use your own?
it's Durgar blood.
Yeah, we do have that in blood supply at the moment.
I don't want to open a new wound. I'm asking to see one of your current open wounds.
Oh, I also look past her, sort of, at Mox if he has any sort of input on that.
What? What do you... Fuck.
That headache's really getting you.
Yeah. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give it a try. However, if you would be willing to allow Manaroth to do it on his own, perhaps, instead of you having to dig into any of his wounds. Rosie?
Oh, sure.
Tell me what
Ty,
you
how
need to
would
do.
I, like... Yeah, Ty, what do I need to do with it?
There should be a stone in the center that you need to just smear the blood on. Likely
She
it
kinda,
is
like, leans
buried
down-
because of the time. Yeah, just over time.
She kind of leans down, How deeply would we be buried? Would it just be, like, just under a light layer of soil, or...?
One way to find out.
Nice.
She leans down and just kind of starts to move dirt aside just until she finds it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't require a check. Very quickly, you hit the stone, and it is really just a very light layer. You push it out of the way, and you quickly get to what feels like a stone courtyard floor. And it takes you a few minutes of digging around. Your fingernails get sort of heavily, coated with dirt and mud all over the place as you dig down. But you find the spot nice and quick, and there is a slightly raised circular area. You're pretty sure is what you're looking for.
You just need to put your blood on this.
Well enough. Manaroff steps forward and sort of just takes out, will just kind of puts his left arm forward with his they're like bite marks from the goddamn dogs. And he sort of just kind of basically wrings his arm a little bit and to squeeze out from beneath the plates a little bit of blood. You put it onto the rock, was it? It's just like rock?
Yeah, it's just a small stone. Like, it's quite muddy at the moment, which may be a little bit off-putting, but other than that, just seems to be a small disc of stone that's raised above the rest of it.
Oh, the taker, please let this work.
As you do this, you hear like a rumbling. You feel it first in your hand, and you the ground beneath you begins to shake. There's no visible change for a good sort of 10 seconds, just this rumbling, and then the sound starts as a like grinding of stone on stone, and something is happening underneath. And as it does, the ground begins to tear open as the mud starts to sink and fall away. Manny, make me a deck save, please. You have advantage on this.
Yay!
Bryhard, I need one from you as well.
It's a 13.
Yeah, that's
Coming right up.
more than fine.
Whoosh,
Also
whoosh. Oh!
Oh, wow. It's okay.
It's as far as deck is, like you said.
As you see, this starts to like almost grow out of the ground as like a short stone wall comes with it as well, almost like digging its way out. Completely gives way to it. You see just this heavy, stone staircase made of the same stone it would seem as the ramparts and the walls of the ruins around you that descends downwards. Given the nature of the spiral staircase, you cannot see to where it goes, just into darkness.
Oh, that's something. Greyhawk, just to confirm then, once we go down into this, we cross over? Or what is this? Is this just the staircase to where the portal is to cross over? Back into the material plane.
Tell you which is the answer.
I guess more of the second one. It will lead you to, technically speaking, the area in which the echo of Stoneblood is, and at that point you can cross over.
It'll lead us down to where things run more parallel, and from there we can cross over.
It's a very long walk down.
Yeah, because we're heading into the dark.
Is this why it required Durgar blood to get it to work? Something to sort of attune to the section of the Underdark we were in.
She
Makes
knows.
sense.
Does that mean that Durgar at one point actually controlled this fortress?
It could.
Do these stones look like they were Durgar made or interacted with in any way?
The answer would be not Durgar as you know them, but yes, technically.
Oh, you mean dwarves?
Not dwarfs as you know them.
Oh, God.
Fey dwarfs.
Vagar.
Vagar?
Dwarves.
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 Well,
Anyway, yes, is sort of, but typically Feywild, not your typical.
right. Then
That's one of them, I guess.
we have to prepare ourselves for eventually re-emerging with him. Well, I guess you can best describe it, right, Manoroff? A dangerous Durgar city for anything else but a Durgar?
Well, we have to see where we exactly pop out, I guess, on the other side, no?
Hmm?
I'm not sure if it's how this works. Like, if we just drop out that exact mirror spot to where we were on this side, I cannot possibly tell. But, no, we should be careful. We should just... I would prefer if we don't directly pop out of nowhere into the center of the city. We have to just see and react to what we come up on.
Perhaps even rest before we actually cross the boundary.
I would prefer seeing the boundary first before we do anything.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Move then.
Tyler, there's one last thing that I want to attempt to do. I don't know if I know this, but from the last time I was, of course, marked. I don't know if I can feel something of that effect that's still on me of being marked by the Knights of the Wild Hunt.
Correct, you cannot feel anything.
But there was also nothing that I could notice about that they have casted that such an effect upon me.
You do not notice it.
Okay, no, I'm just double checking if I am aware or not. In that case, let's begin the long walk down. And see what awaits us at the bottom. Let's just hope it's not, the King of the Wild Hunt himself.
We've got to walk all the way down.
Leads away. Unless you want to fall.
So it's going to be a long one.
And we slip and fall and we tumble down 300 flights of stairs.
No,
It's a
you
lot
slip
more.
and fall, you're gonna fall right on Manoroth's spikes, so you're not gonna fall that far.
Unless he also falls, and then it's, a doomsday ball.
All right, beautiful. you start to twist and wind your way down. Just to be sure, Manoroth, you're leading the way down. Is that right?
That was my intention, at least. Yes.
Okay, cool. Just double checking. Don't ask why I want the marching order. It's fine. What? You're leading the way down. You have very good dark vision, obviously. But all the way down, it just remains dark. You have far more dark vision than the nature of the stairs, spiraling downwards will ever actually let you see. And you're walking for a good hour before you notice the temperature start to get ever so slightly warmer. That is the first thing that you notice. All of you are walking for this first hour, just trudging downwards, and at this point, the constant just walking downstairs, you can feel your legs already starting to ache a little bit as you just trudge down and down and down, what feels like eternity. It's about an hour in that you hear something above you. You hear a very very familiar now sound of grinding stone from far above.
Like the entrance shutting close again? Kind of familiar grinding sound?
That sort of familiar grinding sound, yes. I would go as far to say that is exactly what you're hearing.
But I suppose it would be in sort of reverse, right?
I mean, grinding.
Yeah, that's hard to tell.
Perception
Sounds like grinding stone, yeah.
Grinding stones. Roll me a perception, 25 plus. And
it doesn't make it like a beep, beep,
25
like backing
plus?
up sound,
Jeez.
All right, you can tell exactly the noise. I mean, look, you can logically infer that, it's...
No, I can't do it.
But, realistically, it sounds like...
As long as it doesn't sound like a boulder rolling down every step, we should be fine.
You just had to open your mouth, didn't you?
Okay, he's not an orc. It's not like if he believes it.
That's 40k, that's something else.
That's orc with a K.
I said it with a K.
So, what do you guys want into this town anyways?
The usual political takeover and march our armies forward for our own political gain. Something, put Manoroth back on the throne.
The Duragar are going to be leading the way again. I'm going to be put in charge of something as well. All right, Manny.
That's the plan, at least.
Agree with that. All right.
Since we're going to be walking for a little bit longer, why don't you tell us more about Scardeep?
What is it you want to know?
Does it have tall buildings? Is the stone carving genuine? Is the food there alright? What are the people like? How big was the palace, if you had one? That sorts of things.
What are the people like? Sorry, it just made me
Holy
laugh.
What?
Manoroth doesn't answer a moment. Because probably Manoroth doesn't really know how to answer, and also Mel doesn't really know how to answer all that at the same time. Where to start? God, jeez.
I would assume that I asked these questions, but I was really trying to dig for maybe Manoroth's favorite one or two things about Scardeep. Not necessarily obviously we got to go there and put him on the throne, but maybe the alcohol.
Scardeep
something
sits, as the name might imply, on a scar splitting the Underdark cave it is hold within. It sits as well on the Silver Vein Road, so a very central position on it, guarding it from any sort of less civilized creatures of the Underdark, as well as, well, securing the path for the rest of the more civilized people, we could say.
The
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
When you say more civilized, we're talking about Durga?
Well, Durga, some giants occasionally, drow mostly. Some other folk that come from other places. It's after all sitting on a center. Rarely, but they have as well. Some of them do have the standing to be allowed in the city and trade.
But the Silver Vein is a massive road, essentially, a massive trade route, so plenty of others can actually enjoy the trading benefits from it without actually interacting with Scardeep, can't they?
Well, they... Sorry, ask that again? The last bit I didn't quite get.
So, as you said, the Silver Vein is a massive trade route, essentially,
Yes.
right? But it covers multiple other cities, but upon its length, other traders can also just trade or enjoy the fruits of the trade route without having to interact with Scardeep itself, correct?
That is true. But usually Scardeep soldiers also trade up and down at least the central part of it. It is our domain, you could say.
Is it considered neutral ground then? So, taboo to commit crime or combat upon the road?
It is considered a crime to break the law as much as in any other place.
I'm mostly wondering if, it's in the other races' benefit as well to enforce those laws.
You can't just stab another merchant in the middle of the road. That much at least for sure.
I'm trying to just encompass it in my mind, because as you're explaining it, it sounds like it's this massive tunnel upon which caravans run up and down day and night.
No, it's not that busy. Underdark is a dangerous place. Only people who can support it, afford it, and I guess support it as well, really travel that road. All that are home to it, I guess.
But is it illegal to overthrow the king there?
Oh. He probably just kind of like scoffs at that and doesn't
Maybe we
answer
just
much
need a-
further.
Maybe we just need a good lawyer.
Speaking
We
of,
are far past that point.
speaking of what we can legally do and whatnot, for Stoneblood, Manoroth, none of us really, well, I suppose Holman has a little experience, but none of us really here have any experience on how to navigate a Durgar city. And forgive me for saying this, but I understand that your people take slaves on a very, very regular basis. So I'm just kind of wondering how complicated it's going to be for all of us to navigate the city. You have to basically say that we are in indentured servitude to you or Omen to prevent us from being snagged off the middle of the road, essentially.
We usually tend to stick to our own, so as long as we keep together and don't cause any sort of attention to us, we should at least in the lower parts probably be fine. The city.
Anything else we should be aware of?
I haven't been in Stoneblood in a while as well. It depends on the situation or among the city. If there is a sort of current situation happening, rules and laws might change on the spot. So,
Well, we do know that there is a big conflict with Faraz at the moment, and whilst we left there, they had just committed a serious crime against Faraz with what they had stolen. And if they have retrieved that, there's a good chance that when we go into Stoneblood, it is pretty apocalyptic there as well.
I guess a general rule is also likely to, besides just keeping to yourself, to not really talk unless it's necessary.
Right. There is also the final question that lurks within my mind, but that more has to do with what the situation is in Stoneblood, and that is more, what are your hopes now for getting out of Stoneblood? You had some ideas yourself as well about it, right?
Yes. I will quickly open my notes. Hold on a second. I whip out a scroll. I stumble over to fall the staircase down. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Donk. Where is it? I wrote it down. I remember you're faster than me. Who's currently the boss in Stoneblood, to our knowledge? Korgan, was it?
Korgan something.
It's called something or other. Yeah, I have it written down somewhere, and I just need to. It's somewhere.
Korgan Deep Iron.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's right.
Castle Drow.
KOR.
Oh, okay. So, well, yeah. No, just Korgan. So, what was it? Korgan.
Deep Iron.
Well, I will. We will try to get me to have a talk with Korgan, Deep Iron, current leader of Stoneblood. I will try. I will try to convince him to either join my attempt at Scardeep. Well, my march on Scardeep, and if that doesn't work, I will convince him to stand down. After all, there have been already rumors from what we had heard from Briga, I think was her name, back in Greyhawk. They are not particularly fond of Scardeep at the moment.
Right, I think it was Goldstone that was enforcing some sort of rules and regulations upon them that they weren't too happy about.
Yes. If neither of those two works, we will at least attempt to sabotage Stoneblood in some way or another, so they will at least have trouble joining Scardeep in their defense. And then we will head for our next objective.
The big problem with gaining Stoneblood to your side for marching upon Scardeep that I see is that they are currently still in heavy war with Faraz. And any force they send out is a force they cannot use in the defense or offense in that war. Perhaps such a quest would come with the deal of attempting to form some kind of peace with Faraz.
I am very well aware. I'm very well aware, but I assume by now as well that Faraz has probably heard from Wavefrog about what is happening. I assume things might be able to be worked out. If Wavefrog is trying to convince Faraz, or at least notifying them, we will notify Stoneblood. Talks can be made from there, I guess.
Let's hope so. There's also, of course, the small man of Well, we're going to soon find out just how much time has passed.
If anything, if they don't want to, like I said, if they don't want to join us on the march to Scardeep, they at least can stand down, and that includes maybe putting up more of a defensive front instead of sending groups of our soldiers into them for us to steal some sort of artifact.
Again.
Failing.
Yes, well, maybe. We'll have to see. It's going to be quite the political maneuvering down there. And there's the unfortunate side effect that I think that the King of the Wild Hunt might still show up at an inconvenient time in the material plane as well. That trial isn't quite yet completed. So, we have a work cut out for us, it would seem. And again, we've never been really taking the easy route, now have we?
Mox is going to just start writing as we're going.
Yep. All right. No problem.
Feels so awkward to write while walking downstairs like that.
Well, when you have 40 different eyes, you're fine.
God.
I guess there's also this. I vaguely remember this migration of Durga somewhere around Stormblood. It was like Iron Shadow or something called like that. That would be an interesting thing to check out as well, but that's not important necessarily.
We'll have to just see what state we find the city in.
Yes, that will be important. Information gathering will be our first objective. We get there.
Speaking
Figure out
of,
what's happening.
like you said, we should stick together and all that, and I'm all for that. But technically speaking, if we are going to materialize in the city, from what I remember for this road, are we illegal? Have we illegally entered the city?
Again, that depends on what situation it's currently in.
Huh.
And it depends on where exactly we pop in.
Oh, I suppose.
There are a lot of unknowns I can not really help you with at the moment unless I know where we are entering.
And now I was just worried more so about what how Durga handled entering and exiting the city limits, essentially.
A lot of scrutiny.
Yes, I figured as much.
Do
And we don't have papers.
well, do Durga have amongst their folk wizards, spellcasters, and that sort of individuals? Is a question.
Occasionally, more common are the Mind Masters, though.
Yes, I've heard a bit about them. Sonic uses or something?
As all Durga, you can use psionics, but the Mind Masters are more proficient at it.
Just pondering for the sake of perhaps they have teleportational travel, and therefore have some preset customs on how to deal with it.
Well,
That's something I have to give back to Ty. Would that be a thing? I feel like it's not impossible, certainly. I'm not sure how common it would be.
With what?
What do you think? So, teleportation travel, like teleportation circles or something. I feel it could definitely be a thing. I'm not sure how common that would be.
I mean, it's definitely a thing, yeah. But,
Within the Durgar community, anyway.
Yeah, probably just from Durga City to Durga City, not anywhere else, likely.
yeah, it would definitely be it's definitely a thing, but not very common. I mean, it's not very common for anybody. You know, I mean, you guys are high level.
I guess that is true, right? Yeah.
like
it's-
even in above cities, having two teleportation circles between two cities Very exotic thing.
This very much feels like a bunch of millionaires being like,
Yeah.
doesn't everybody take private jets? Is that not?
I was just thinking that, like, I feel like my perception of that is a bit skewed because of Tuesday. We're shifting about so many times, teleporting around. I think my perception is a little bit skewed on that. No, that's right. It's probably much more rare. Yeah, it's as rare
And
as
also, of course,
anywhere
a
else.
teleportation circle has its own weaknesses with it being in the city. If someone knows about it and they know how to exploit it, that could be a serious problem.
Well, then, of course, the sigils are kept as a secret, of course.
Only high-ranking spellcasters typically know where they are, and even those buildings are either underground or behind some magical defenses.
Well, technically, isn't every building underground in the Underdark?
Yes, it is, Rosie.
I think it's just best that indeed we stay as far away from law enforcement as well, as long as we can until we have been welcomed in some other form or way.
But I do agree. I do agree with Hawken. We should all stick together, but as long as we have I feel there's Manaroth leading the party, Hawken.
And our new Durgar
Holmond, Duncan, and of course Rosie should be absolutely capable of anything.
Could you quickly tell me again how you spell Koga's name? How do you exactly spell that?
K-O-R.
K- oh, the K, okay.
Korgun, yeah.
Oh,
Further down the stairs we fucking go. God damn it, would it hurt to put an elevator in this place?
No, if there was an elevator, with how old this place is, it might have broken down.
Well, they did have an elevator, but you wouldn't believe the kind of blood you would need to make that work.
I think Holman can lose an arm, right?
I'll give you all my blood if you can use reincarnate again.
Speaking of reincarnate, Ty, I have long ago ordered a fucking diamond. I don't know if you still remember that, and if it's still waiting on
Tracking number.
Yeah, I remember. But do you know how much time has passed since you ordered it?
Probably like 3 days, right?
The correct answer is we don't. The correct answer is we don't know because we've been in the Feywild. I mean, maybe we instead of losing time, we gain time.
yeah, the witches will be part of the whole gathering information objective. The first one we get out of here to fucking figure out how much time has passed.
When are we? Oh, that's gonna be.
Yeah, when exactly are we as well?
Yeah.
Not just where.
Shoot.
God, it's so weird, yeah, just how time passes in our games.
Also, you don't need a diamond.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's right. You don't.
Anyway, we keep going.
Well, Holmond, if you were to be reincarnated, what would you prefer to come back as? Other than a dwarf, I guess.
I could have told you that one from a mile away.
Well, if you had not cut me off, I would have said. Echoes reverberates. A dwarf.
You are obviously continuing down this whole time. It's now been about 2 hours of just descending downwards. You're not sure how far you have gone exactly, but there is something you notice is now different, ever so slightly, Manny. You see something of interest as you're making your way down. You see a vein running along the wall, like it's a deep crack in the wall, and you see something sticking out of it, like glimmers a little. You can tell it's crystal, or like gem of some sort, but you can't tell much more than that. And as you continue to descend, they get more and more frequent.
Is it? I guess is it a familiar crystal kind of crystal? But I don't know if I would know that.
Yeah, I don't know. You can roll me a nature check.
Sure. Not crazy good at it, but maybe I'll remember something. Oh, look at that.
Not bad. It's not one that you've seen before. At least not without better identification. Obviously, at the moment you're seeing it in the dark as well, which doesn't help. It's just a nice grey crystal. But you can't say you've come across this before. If it is something you're familiar with, it's maybe a slightly different sort of Fey variation. You are still technically in the Feywild at the moment. But it seems to be big. Like, these are big chunks of crystal for something like this. And it seems to actually be damaging the stairs, so potentially it's even growing in some fashion.
Ooh.
But you are seeing more and more of it as you descend down. It's another 2 hours. At this point, the heat has grown substantially. And you see as you round a corner, the stairs change once more. It is no longer spiral staircase. As it spirals, it just carries on straight. Just one long set of stairs that goes down now. And you can see as it reaches a plateau at the bottom and extends into a corridor.
Carnatia, walking all these stairs in this increasing heat is really making me uncomfortable. What's that?
It's a plateau. I think we're coming to an end.
Sure hope we're not like right above a magma lake or something weird like that.
It's gone.
The stone would be a bit hotter, I think.
Yeah.
It's not like unbearably, uncomfortably hot. It's just noticeably warmer than being up in the mountains.
I'm just saying that for Harkin, it's more so that, you know, with all the armor on, walking down the fucking stairs, the increase, it doesn't feel, he's not having a good time.
You gotta build up that athletics.
Shut the fuck up.
Walking 10 million steps, that's gotta count, right?
Hey, it could be leg day.
My quads are killing me. Alright, go. Further down into the depths of Moria. No, wait, wrong franchise.
When we get to the doorway, do you think you'd be able to tell what type of place it will lead out to?
Well, if it's supposed to be a mirror, the one that we're heading to, we might have a good idea. But if it's just a mirror of what it was long ago, then there's a very good chance we might just appear in someone's bathroom. Something weird like that.
As you step forwards, Manny, you're the first to see this. As you step onto what appears to be effectively a small balcony, like natural cave edge here. You see the cavern yawns open before you, revealing it's not really quite a city, but you can tell it's almost like a surrealist artist's interpretation of a city sculpted from crystal. You see jagged spires, and different buildings gleaming as the whole thing shines before you. It is a huge shimmer. You see nothing moves inside the city. It is just this deep humming sort of resonance fills the air. It would be a spectacular sight if there was any light here. There is no light source.
Manny can see this with his long dark vision, but us normal folks, we can't really see it that well.
Again.
I hold it getting by the length of crystal as well, I guess.
To be fair, I think I have a little bit larger range of dark vision as well.
Duncan can see it as well.
And Duncan has, what is it, Devil Sight or whatever?
Actually, speaking of dark, doesn't Cardinal need like a dark vision spell for God? I don't think he actually has dark vision, does he?
No, I mean, he's been fumbling his way down. He's alright.
He has broken
Lots of
He was
swearing.
downstairs, you don't really need it.
Tripping. We're good.
Ah, fuck.
I trip forward on the spikes. Like, fuck it, you bastard.
Whose idea was it to put these fucking stairs here?
Can I?
Well, you want to do
I was
something? Sorry.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna make a little small ball of light, like use, I don't know, a minor illusion spell or something, and just have it in front of the cardinal so he can track it.
Okay.
Like a little, and it's gonna look like a little carrot so he can follow it.
To this guy.
Okay, no problem. It doesn't help you much once you get to this cavern. You are all looking out over this. For those of you with 120, you can see like, the edges of this city. For those of you with 60, you see nothing but darkness spanning ahead of you. It doesn't appear that there is any easy way down off of this ledge.
Yeah, I'm looking sort of around. I guess there's no further staircase, no nothing. It just goes out into nothingness. Do I see the ground? At least, are we like 120 foot above the ground? Yeah. Oh, very ominous. So I see. So at least the ground is within 120 feet.
Below you,
It's
yeah.
not like yeah, below us. It's not like an
I would say it's
endless
only about it's about 100.
nothingness.
You can see like more flooring.
Yes. Well, I would say so. The floor is about 100 feet below us, and a city made out of crystal. I assume it's the same crystal we saw on the way down here, right?
Yep. As far as you can tell.
A city made it. Yeah, a city made out of the same crystal we saw on the way down here, stretching as far as I can see.
Wow. I guess we made it then.
Somewhere down here is our destination.
Is this supposed to be Bloodstone?
Stone blood, close enough.
Some blunts. I apologize.
It's all bloodstone.
I mean, bloodstone is a type of gem.
Whoops.
Bloodstone in Sunblood?
Speaking of, though, gems and locations, which way, Briarheart? Like, where's the final destination in here?
It's going to be in the very center.
Wait, what, Ty?
Good way of putting it.
Oh no, we're gonna die. Somewhere in the center, huh?
Well, it will be not easy to figure out since I can't tell how big this cave is, in what direction, how far it goes.
I have a suggestion. Shall we rest here for an hour, just to recover some, and then descend?
Yes, this might be the safest place before we descend down to the Crystal City.
I agree.
With what's in there.
Before we rest, Manaroth, I could cast Flight on you. You could check the surroundings just in case there is a battalion of enemies on the other side.
Might I remind you of the last time we were around in a massive cave and a massive flying bird came at us?
Yes, no, you don't need to remind me. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
After you convinced me to go down there.
Yes.
So badly.
That's why I'm now arguing against it. I didn't know. Now I know.
This sounds like a fun story.
I would not prefer to fly anywhere anytime soon. Well, it's good to know that you can do this.
There's simply no telling what is lurking within this cave, and the Underdark And I guess this is the Underfey Dark. That's dangerous beyond dangerous.
Duncan, might you be able to use your ravens to scout ahead a little bit?
That would be better, yes.
Ah, yes. Much better.
Question: do my ravens see in the dark?
I thought ravens had dark vision. What?
I thought one of us had dark vision.
Okay.
If
Next question. So
never
if
mind.
I can see in the dark and I look through the raven's eyes,
Yes.
do I still see in the dark?
Yes.
That's
Okay.
what-
Then I'm gonna pilot one of the ravens. Just gonna grab, I don't know, whoever's closest to me by the shoulder, and I'm gonna pilot one of the ravens.
Why are you putting your hands
I
on
guess
my
that's how we
phone?
did it in the past.
Yeah.
Has been a while. Has been a while.
He's like
It has
piloting
to
a
be
drone. Zzz.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna pilot both of them at the same time, I guess, because I can.
Whoa, multi-piloting.
One through
One
each
eye looking
eye.
through one. Yeah.
What's the pathway like in here? Just like walking ahead? Is it a drop? We have to like
It's a
jump
drop, I
down?
think.
Yeah, we are on a balcony right now, basically,
Okay.
and then it's just at least 100 feet down from here, just straight down.
To like
Lowers.
some other plateau, which we don't know how
Nice.
long goes.
Okay.
Well, at least 120 feet. That's how far it goes, and then I can't see further.
Yeah.
I can see the edge of Crystal City, basically.
I would like
That's what
to
I can see.
watch behind us. I can't see, but my frog can, and I pull it in my pocket.
Ah, he's
Wait,
got
Wait, a
frog!
The frog that sits in Manaroff's room that gets jumped out every time we close the mansion. Remember, there was like the little dart frog we picked in.
Yeah.
I'll pull it out of my pocket and send it towards behind us. It has frogs have dark vision. Hold on.
Wow. Look
I
at that.
believe.
Do
Yeah,
they?
I believe. I'm just
Ribbit.
typing in D&D frogs. D&D
Yeah,
Beyond.
they do. They
Frog
do.
monster,
Yeah.
dark vision, 30 feet.
What?
Why do frogs
Big
get dark
eyes,
vision
they
but
got
not
big
ravens
eyes.
or cats? Why don't cats get dark vision but frogs do?
They're not as good. Not as good as frogs.
Dark vision. Tigers have it though. The tigers have dark vision.
Just send my little
So
frog
OP.
behind us to watch the where we came from, so we're not being sandwiched against a balcony.
Early
Oh
warning
my
system.
god, that's such a cute little such a cute little guy.
All
Please
right.
don't eat him.
I wasn't planning on it.
The last time I brought him out, some lizard folk wanted to eat him. I'm just being safe.
Am I a lizard folk?
No, I'm not sure what
Exactly.
you are, apart from Faye. Just good to know. I'll send it out the back and then have a little look through it every so often.
Go ahead and make me a perception, Duncan, as you fly around, please.
Okay.
With your ravens.
Just open up my sheet because it's. Cool. There we go. Do I do it with the Raven? Do I do it with my character?
Because you're actually taking over, it's just from you.
Okay.
30. Woo. Oh, it's
Nice.
25.
All right, 25 is very good. It takes you a while to get a good look around this place. Obviously, you guys are taking a short rest. This place is a natural cave. Go ahead and roll me a survival check as well, please.
Okay. Oh, are we also taking a short rest?
Well, after this.
But we will get to that.
Okay.
So what you see is this cavern, as you can see a little bit from the image in front of you. There's lots of different layers. Some of it seems to just drop into oblivion, and even if you send your raven down, very much in how it's taken you several hours to walk down to this depth, there are depths that go beyond, and effectively the small walkways and pathways of this like red crystal-like substance almost seem to be creating some sort of maze that leads to this large open platform in the middle. And there's lots of other jutting out crystals that make up almost mimicry echoes of buildings all around this area. And it does feel very much, if you don't look at it too closely, like an actual city. but just completely devoid of life. Only this red crystal. Everywhere. But you do find what you believe to be the actual center. This whole cavern seems like an almost perfect circle.
Okay. I'm gonna tell everybody about it. No secrets this time.
You do not see any signs of life, though. Like there's, as far as you can tell, there is nothing.
Yeah, until the crystal comes alive when it notices us. Yeah, well, that's just kind of like.
Quick question. So, would Duncan be smart enough to figure out that, like, so actually, let me clarify. When you mean no signs of life, do you mean like no insects, no?
There is no signs of life.
No fucking nothing.
No,
So
nothing. You see nothing.
Would
No insects, no bugs,
No
no
plant
plants,
life.
no bats,
No mushrooms.
no
would
plants.
Duncan be smart enough to figure out that that's like almost impossible?
I mean,
Like, it's highly unlikely that this is sterile by default, right?
it's very unlikely. Something so bad.
Exactly. So would Duncan be smart enough to figure that one out?
Yeah.
Because I am the Duncan, I don't know.
I am the Duncan.
I think that's fine. I think that's fine.
So, the weird thing about the cavern is there's not even a bug crawling around.
What do you mean, not even a bug?
I couldn't see a single insect running around.
So it's completely devoid of life?
There.
Yeah, but that's my frog. Ignore him. He's with me. He's with me.
Funny sounding frog. Funny sounding frog.
He's a little sick. He's been in my pocket the whole time.
Right. Anyway, that is indeed slightly disturbing.
Oh, we won't be staying here for long. We'll head to that center you described. And we will leave.
I'm sure if this is a true mirror of the material plane, then perhaps as soon as we touch back into the material plane, we should be able to see all of the living creatures, be they Durgar or otherwise, sort of manifest themselves.
Well, yes, I assume so, that if we go to the material plane, this place will be teeming with life. It's more so that it's curious for a place like this to not be teeming with some kind of subterranean life. It's almost as if the
That
crystals might ward them off. That, or as I kind of look at the crystals, and there's like a ton of crystals around us as well, right, Ty?
Yeah,
Like,
they're everywhere.
You can't kick a rock without hitting a crystal in here,
Mhm.
essentially.
Mhm.
Could also be that the crystals have eaten everything that could sustain life, and that's why it's dead down here. Kind of like a curious thing to find in the Feywild, don't you think?
It is slightly odd, but I find a bit of comfort in it if you think about it. Imagine yourself sitting in your study in your castle or home or whatever. And then in the mirror version, there's, I don't know, a gelatinous cube in the same room with you. Wouldn't that be sort of strange to think about?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't consider that the Feywild is the exact mirror version of the material plane, but this apparently is.
As close to it, I think it would be as close to it as you could get, as not necessarily as you could get, but
That the crystal towers have grown on their own to represent new towers built in stone blood.
that would make sense.
This is the realm of questions.
Well, let's see. If we're taking 10 minutes here, can I ritual cast detect magic,
Mm-hmm.
and then just see if I see anything.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make me that
fucking cold in here.
magical search. And
Another D20.
D100.
Yeah. Thought that might be what you needed. 81 again.
81 again. We love an 81.
Divination.
Okay, that's gonna have zero fucking effect here. So don't worry about it. There's no search. The detect magic goes off. Obviously, there is the pings of everything that you would expect there to be in this area. Your
From the party. Yeah.
Other than that, nothing pings. You do not detect any magic in this area.
Okay.
30 feet of you at the very least.
Yeah. But there is plenty of like this crystal stuff within 30 feet.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. There doesn't appear to be any magical nuances to these crystals. So I don't think they're definitely, absolutely, naturally unmagical.
You know, I wonder if the former occupants of this place actually made sure all these crystals would grow here as a form of underground light system. I don't know if you've ever used this technique, but back in my day, there were some older people that used polished silver mirrors and underground systems to create light through the area without using torches. They'd shine it from above ground and then reflect the light on several of these mirrors. Perhaps the crystals would work in the same vein if light were to be cast down here.
Can I identify the crystals if it's possible?
Pardon?
With the spell. Can I cast identify on the crystals? Or on one of? Yeah. Just as everyone's talking, just absentmindedly. Whenever Mox says there's no magic, I would have just see if I could identify it. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make me use up the. Are you using this ritually?
Ritual, please. Yeah.
Okay. Totally fine.
Natural 20.
You have a marker going in your downtime.
I do not have any downtime.
Interesting.
Yeah, unless it was on a different sheet somewhere.
I don't think you've ever had a different sheet for Amos, have you?
I had Cardinal Amos S, which has the thing we're talking about in the downtime from the Song of the Devourer. Devourer?
You need to put that into this.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's true. You did. Okay, I'll move that over in a minute. But for the time being, let's add 2 to that one.
Sure.
Wonderful. All right. So you spend some time casting. You feel as the magic goes off around you, and your frog starts to go crazy.
Crazy frog, huh?
As this happens, you hear footsteps on the path behind you as somebody appears.
Oh.
Weapons up already.
Ah.
Wrong, that's
the
the
amount-
weapon one.
You can do both.
Oh my gosh.
It's a collector.
You see is just this large goblin sort of esque creature still scrawling away in his book, turns up behind you. Ah. Ooh. What do you want?
Hello, welcome. You couldn't tell me much about what this is, could you?
Who says that I couldn't?
Sorry. Could you tell me what this is, please?
Very well. This is a type of crystal, blood ekite.
Ooh.
Is there any uses for it or any reason why it's growing in such abundance?
It's simply where it grows. Interesting that you already understand that it is something that grows. It mimics the material plane. The larger the city grows on the other side, the larger this has an interesting ability to absorb things around it, harness some of it, keeping it, almost learning from it in a sense. It's not actually alive, but it does mimic some of the properties of things that do live. It's harmless enough to most things, although I wouldn't recommend spending vast quantities of time around it. It takes on the almost blood red color where it gets its name. It is a difficult thing to properly quantify as there's so much bullshit in the Feywild. This crystal is really neither material nor illusion nor alive, and definitely not really quite dead. It is a liminal state between all of those things, between reality and memory. It will react to strong emotions, react to light. It's
Do you think it has some
useless
good-
for crafting.
You said it was useless
that
for
last-
crafting?
Useless.
Yeah.
It's not strong, it will shatter easily, it is constantly changing, too volatile.
Could it be used for alchemy?
Only if you want to kill yourself.
What's the reaction to light that it has?
It will sort of absorb it, I guess. Hold on to it for some time.
Interesting.
Like a candle.
What about the reaction to emotions?
Far less predictable. It would be impossible to tell you its reaction. Because it would never be the same twice.
Probably also depends on who the emotion's coming from.
As variable as they are individuals in this world.
There you go.
Does destroying it in this realm affect the material world?
I can't imagine how it would, no.
Well, that's my curiosity settled.
Was it just naturally growing here, or was it planted here long ago?
It's just growing here.
Does it happen for all the material cities or mirrors?
No. For some reason, this particular batch, if you will, has taken a liking to stone blood. So mimics it. But
I wonder if it's because its name is Stoneblood and this is stone the color of blood.
That's Feywild bullshit, but
Or is there a chance there's something in stone blood that attracts it? Or causes it to grow?
chance. There's a chance, but I couldn't tell you that.
Oh well, that's all my questions. Anyone else?
Yes. Do you also work for the Collector?
He is the Collector.
This is the Collector.
I am the Collector, yes. What do you want?
Something I cannot afford at this moment.
Oh, then.
Uh,
Like our business is done. He just turns around, still scrawling in the book, and starts to walk back into the darkness. Disappears.
Well, you
There
gotta
you go.
give that man a cease and desist about how to do, identifications.
I don't know how and I don't know when, but I'm definitely gonna have words with that guy.
You know he's a devil, right? Like, I can smell corruption literally coming from him.
And I'm a changeling. I don't.
Well, for one.
Duragar.
Yes, Hammond, we know. Would you rather be a dead dwarf than Durga?
Some days.
Oof.
It's been literally 1 to 2 days.
I'll
I
send
don't
you
know.
into a Duragar and see if your perception of time gets shittier.
No, all of our perception of time goes bad in the Feywild.
You die, I'm going to guarantee that I raise you as a Duragar.
Please don't.
Locked in.
And don't die.
Done.
Let's rest. We'll keep thinking about what we do afterwards.
It's a good thing I still have actually all my climbing equipment with me.
I have rope if needed.
Over 100 feet.
Go ahead and take a short rest.
Not that much.
Short rest.
And whilst you're taking a short rest, we're going to take a short rest.
Okay.
Well,
Right?
I mean, token is on the screen. No, it's just like lagged for a moment.
No dice.
Man. Short rest. Get these fighter die out of here.
Hit dice.
Well,
I
don't take
14
mine.
each.
14 Well,
Ooh.
I got a lot of ones in my hit dice.
Beautiful.
be like that.
Alright, guys, make sure you are all done with that when we get back. I'm gonna forward another hour. When we get back, we're gonna take a short break now, just to be unconfusing. But once we get back, we'll see about proceeding into the cavern. All right, 10 minutes. What you need to do: grab yourself bite to eat, bite to drink, use facilities. We'll be right back. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Have you did what you needed to do? Got yourself sorted? You guys will successfully take your short rest. Thank you, Renix. And as you get to the point where you feel a bit better rested, you've got a little bit of your breath back within you. Those of you that have dark vision, you now sort of look out over the expanse of the cavern as much of it as you can see at the moment. Just seeing, more of this just darkness spreading out. You now have a little bit of a better idea of what you're facing. This almost like maze, like crystal little pathways sprawling to this center cavern. And you're now a little bit more aware of the challenge that faces you. What are you each doing?
I am opening up my pack and getting the assortment of climbing equipment that I still have with me.
Okay.
Like my climber's kit I still have with me, Python, silk rope.
I understand, yep.
And the hammer and crow.
Okay, yep, perfect. Manny, what are you doing as you look over this cavern? You see Arkin starting to get all of his climbers kit.
Something, but I think you should come back around to me. Alice first.
Yeah, no problem. Duncan, is there anything you want to be doing in this moment?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, no problem. Amos?
Actually, can I work on my cloak merging downtime thing at any point?
You didn't do a huge amount during your short rest. I'm sure you could probably do that during that time. Go ahead. Go ahead and click it.
Okay, cool.
I think that's probably a success, right? Is it DC 15?
No, it's a DC 26.
Oh. Yes.
That one.
10% chance to get it.
All right. Amos, you doing anything?
And I only need to get it 50 times. That'd be a breeze.
God.
No big deal, bro.
How far is
Maybe
the gap?
ask for some help. Sorry.
Sorry, Amos, what did you say?
How far is the gap? Do we have to get to?
Well, you have to get down onto the first, like it's a large series. This place is, the same size of a city that can hold several thousand people at least. So it's a long way to say the very least.
Sure, I guess. Whenever Harkin's getting his climbing gear ready, I will. Get my staff ready. My staff lets me cast Stone Ship twice per day, technically.
Okay.
With elemental command, so technically, if I wanted to. As he's getting his climbing gear ready, I will also see if there's a spare set for myself. And if he's heading the way down, I will offer to follow and stone ship parts that are less safe than what they should be.
Okay.
To give us more of a footing to it.
Well, I think he's probably preparing it for all of us, right? Just like a sort
Well,
of
it's not like a
rope.
one-person rappel.
Climber's kit is only for one person, but the rope and pythons I have, everyone can use.
Okay.
I just have all that shit still on me. I think several of you here. Well, I think you, Manny, still have your climber's kit as well. I think.
Let me see.
I still
We have
stand
this,
and scout the way. Have a look.
Do we have those custom made ones?
Yes, I
that were
do.
6 pounds?
Yes, I do. I have, in fact, 2 on me.
Huh.
Apparently.
I think it's because you took Revex, I think.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Alright. Sorry. Mox, is there anything you want to do as you head down? Do you have a climber's kit?
I have a falling speed. So,
We all have a falling speed.
yeah. It's just that mine's a little slower than yours.
I see.
Technically. No, I'm going to talk to Briarheart for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I'm just asking her if we're coming close to the end of the situation of you being our guide, and I really appreciate you coming out and meeting us, Rosie. But have you given some thoughts about coming all the way out with us? Is that 100% what you wanted to do? Or are you going to just guide us there, then turn around and head back to Mother's place?
Do you know what the long-term plan of these guys are? Is it just overthrowing Scar Deep, or?
By the sound of it, it seems as though their initial plan is to acquire Scar Deep in order to then help the situation in a different part of the continent, or the world, I should say. But there are bigger elements at play. Gods are being slain. Armies are marching across the surface world, of the material world. There are other certain things that need to be addressed that it seems as though some of them may be involved in. And myself, however, I am still strictly trying to figure out what is happening with the magic. I'm very curious to see if there's a root of magic near Scardeep. Maybe even Bloodstone. Might have some different information I can gather.
Oh, you mean Stoneblood? Bloodstone is a type of stone.
I'll look around, yeah.
I honestly thought, I didn't want to interrupt, but I honestly thought he was going to say, it appears that they're batshit crazy.
Yeah.
How long do you plan on sticking with them?
Well, once we get to Scardeep, if there is a way to go deeper into the world for the root of magic, or if I find it there, I will have to. Hopefully, I can find it close there, and then simply delve into it to get the information that I need, study it, get some samples, things like that, then report back to one of the Scarlet Towers, so that I can make my report on the findings. Finally, achieve my scholarly goals. After that, there is the matter of the world ending by a huge devourer of some kind, or something. So that will need to be addressed as well.
She takes a bit to she takes a moment to thinking. Well, if the world's gonna end, that is it just do you know if it's just the material plane, or will it eat all worlds here to connect?
It was the very topic of my conversation with Silmer. Am I saying this name right again?
Mm-hmm.
It seems as though the magic, whatever it may have been, that sort of tore through the weave, seems to be also flowing into every other plane of existence. At least it did in the Feywild. Of course, you've noticed certain magics going awry, and it seems that it's only going to continue to get worse. It may have something to do with the armies, it may have something to do with the gods being slain, but either way, there's no hiding underneath any sort of rock. Not implying that that's what you would do, but there's no hiding from it. We're all going to have to face it in one way or another.
And you think this World Devourer has to do with it?
I think this World Devourer thing may be the end of everything, regardless of what happens with the magic of the gods. But I can't be sure. There's more information needs to be investigated. Perhaps someone in the fault of the Jassidans, someone in the Jassidans community may know something. But that is why it's imperative for me to get a message out to them and see if they can start researching it. But my whole inquiry wasn't about my goals particularly. What is it that you're planning on doing? It's going to be dangerous, and definitely going to need access to Scardeep.
Well, it's gonna be dangerous. You're gonna need someone to keep you safe, huh?
Haha! You know it.
Alright. Besides, if it's gonna destroy everything, then I don't want my place to get destroyed either.
Yes, that would be not good. Alright then. If this conversation is coming to a conclusion, would I have noticed Duncan trying to make magic over there?
I mean, that was happening. You were talking about the cloaks?
Hmm.
I mean, that would have been happening at some point during the short rest, but yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I will make a note. As I do. Another question for you, Ty. The effects from the Feywild influence, are those, how permanent are those? Like, is my hair still rainbow? Am I still, like, the little text is coming out of my mouth still? Like, how long does it, do you know what I mean? So, like, this whole conversation I was having, is this just, like, on the wall?
Those ones will dissipate.
Ah, okay. I was kind of banking on
Well, I mean, you could still have rainbow hair if you wanted.
Okay. Can I force it to work?
I mean, you can keep casting.
Need to investigate further. I don't know. Having your words like formed as silver in the air seems kind of actually really useful in various scenarios. Oh,
could well be. Either way, all right. Your conversation comes to an end. People have set up their climbers kits. I need a survival roll from somebody.
You want to do this one, man? E?
Oh, okay, I was like, who's he talking? Men, me, okay. Well, no, I was kind of waiting for, to get back on from me. I actually want to do something first before we get to the climbing kit stuff. Yes, like Manor was sort of the end of the short rest, or looking out over the cities, trying to figure anything out. Just remember the faces of the walls and stuff like that, and if there's anything happening, if we can figure anything out, which likely he won't. But that's not important actually. After a while, he turns around and he goes first to Cardinal. Cardinal. I don't know, actually, do we fucking bother silver fucking names down here? No, wait, Cardinal is still correct, right? He's still called the Cardinal down here.
The Cardinal.
Forgot about that. Since that's not your real name anyways. Stabby! Stop being muted!
I am not muted.
Cardinal.
No. Yeah.
Can you still cast your mentioned spell today?
No, I think I used it in that fight. I'm not sure. I don't remember what I cast, but there was something of that.
Damn it, Ty!
Yeah, you cast Crown of Stars.
Ooh,
Crown of Stars.
let's go. No, not today.
That is actually, I forgot about that part as well. That's actually great. That will be potentially a problem. I was hoping that if we arrive on the other side, you might be able to use that to sort of hide away for the rest of the day. safe location for us to retreat to as well.
Yeah, I can't do that today.
It's
The
about-
center is the city, right? We're not in the city at the moment.
We're on the edge of it. Yes, the center of the city, according to Duncan, he has seen it. That will be our destination.
All right.
Do you have any other magic that might be useful to? Similar to the mansion spell.
No, I would not. I do have a trick up my sleeve, but that's like if all hell breaks loose. I won't be using that one, don't worry.
Very well. It will make things more difficult, but it is fine. I hope.
Guess we'll just have to find ourselves a tavern to sleep. Do Durgar have those?
Some cities do, for guests, less for the Durga themselves. They're not as you might think other places taverns are.
Right. Lot less joyful.
Tend to be.
If this
Just the
place,
necessities.
you said that this place is along a trading route?
Well, Stoneblood, I think, is not on it.
It is.
It is? It is? Okay. I wasn't quite sure anymore. It's been a while. Stoneblood is as well, yes. So there will likely be a tavern. Maybe even two. Depending on how popular it is to walk through. I haven't been there myself in a while, so I can't really possibly tell. For all I know, they already demolished both taverns and replaced them with barracks. I thought they have been at a constant war with them for us.
Maybe as you walk, you can see if you can find something that looks like it would be a tavern in the crystal.
Doubt it's that much one-to-one. It just seems to grow according to Collector in reaction to the city growth. Anyway.
Yes, either way. Next thing. Mox.
Yes.
Are you capable of casting Sending? Still, today.
Blah, 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 blah. Yes.
Well, and he looks over to Brian as well. Then I think it's time we might split ways now. Your guidance has been appreciated, but with Duncan having seen the center, I don't think there's any more need for you at the moment.
Well, hold on a minute. Brahad wanted to come with us.
And she has finished her use to us, and I cannot really think of any more she could do for us from here on out.
Ah, well. Brahad has a different set of skills, and I understand that perhaps our time through the Feywild was a bit rough, and it did not allow her to shine in sort of favorable ways. But there are other benefits, I would imagine, to perhaps keeping her with us, especially in terms of having to deal with undead or supernatural things. She's very capable.
She'll
I think
know
we're fine on that regard. I've faced, and the rest of you has faced many undead and supernatural things already. I have become painfully intimate with them, in fact. So I don't think it's very necessary. Any other things?
So, I'm gonna pull out my notes and I'll say, yeah, and I'll start reading off the first slide, and I say, well, I did put together a sort of a little presentation of information and facts.
Prepared.
You're lucky that we have
of-
time at the moment and they're not in any
To
sort of threats.
quell the doubts, maybe answer the questions, and convince you potentially of the value of having a Fey hunter as our companion. You see, she was raised
Clarify
by...
that it's not just a Fey Huntress, it's in fact Briarheart.
Correct. It
Yep.
is my sister,
It's
Brian.
just any Fey Huntress.
And as she was raised by her mothers, a coven of 3 hags, she has powerful hag capabilities. Obviously, if we are to encounter any more hags, you wouldn't need to worry about sort of picking any sort of team member. It would be very obvious who would be having to interact with them.
Meeting
As-
hags in the Underdark is very unlikely. Not
but,
possible, of
but
course.
it's never impossible.
Extremely unlikely.
And much like hags, the Briarheart is actually able to step into the ethereal plane, much like I believe you have that ability now, although I'm not entirely
Yes.
sure how. So, having 2 people that would be able to bypass those sorts of things and locks and get into places that is difficult can be extremely useful, as of course you with the ability understand. And then, of course, if we have to deal with any more Fey creatures or Fey beings or Fey related anything, we have Briarheart for that as well. Outside of the Feywild, that is.
Apply for that.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you can handle this as well. And probably better than her. Since you are, as you've mentioned multiple times, a researcher, correct?
Right, but I'm not a sort of individual that can handle it in a sort of bronze sort of way. And sometimes
He wasn't raised in the Feywild. I was raised in the Feywild.
Correct.
Yes, it's
It's
painfully
the
aware
equivalent
that you
of
have been
sending
raised in the
eight
Feywild.
Warnings.
So say that again. I can
Sure.
what he said.
Sorry, it's just a joke. My sarcasm kicked in again. Continue.
So, Briarheart also has marking capabilities as well as enhanced
Yes.
tracking, understanding of these sorts of things. While we do have some members of our party that are very much well versed in perception and tracking, it's
Guilty.
a very focused specialization on tracking undead, incorporeals, fey, those sorts of things.
Yeah, so as you have mentioned, she was raised and learned all these things in the Feywild. The Underdark is not the Feywild. It is very different. So her knowledge of the Feywild and the things she has learned here will not be much use there.
Right, but after the Feywild, after the Underdark, we are planning on returning to the surface world, where we are supposedly fighting some kind of undead army, and you are going to need
Potentially, that is
someone-
far in the future. So,
someone just as specialized as you. Having more allies for you to deal with this sort of enemy type would be of great value to you, I assume. Of course,
No, that is
she's also
right.
great at dealing with ghosts and wraiths, incorporeals, things that you cannot simply hit directly with your fists.
no, I can. I have done so in
By-
the past.
Right, but if we were to recruit normal allies, unless you're equipped with all sorts of magic, I'm just saying, what I'm trying to explain is that we already have someone just as capable at dealing with it. She's also a very adept at using her crossbow. She has long range support.
That's the main
Something that
You're having a stroke, I see.
as
He might have prepared notes, but he didn't prepare a speech.
as the future as a future king of Scardeep, you would require a well-rounded party. And while we do have 1 or 2 individuals capable of long-range attacks and support, Briarheart also is a crack shot with her crossbow, medium and long range, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, we're about to head into Durgar territory, and we may not have many allies. Having at least one more capable ally that you do not need to worry that will stab you in your sleep or anything of the such would obviously help you sleep better at night, I would hope. And of course, as she displayed in the last fight, she's not afraid of running, even though she is capable at long range, also fighting at close range.
Yeah, but that was a bad call, if I'm honest.
I feel like I vaguely remember someone running up to her. Either way,
It was more than running up to me.
Is there more? Is that a no? I'll let you finish.
Well, as she is also part hags, and hags are sort of outcasted, I would like to also point out that you did make a Fey pact to sort of. That's the only ace I had.
He's going in there, mate.
Yeah, but that's pretty low of you, Mox, if I'm entirely honest. Like,
I see.
It sounds like it's a
To
last
be-
resort.
To be fair, though, and I will be honest with you, Manaroth, I know your deal was, if I remember correctly, only in effect after perhaps you became King of Scardeep. But as an early gesture to that pact, perhaps you could sort of accept it this way.
And I see what you're putting down here. But I have to also point out that Briarheart here apparently has 3 loving mothers here in the wild, in the Feywild, which she almost nearly brought us to. She has been talking great about it for half of this travel here, and I'm sure they would welcome her back, and that doesn't sound really very outcast to me. In fact, she had friends and other folks that know her in the city we arrived here, and has even knows Ravana, who is some sort of higher Fey entity. So that does not sound outcast at all, and I don't think she qualifies whatsoever for that.
Fair enough. But allow me to point this out to you. The fact of the matter is that you individuals were also not very welcoming of the idea of even meeting your mothers. Sort of kind of trumps the idea that perhaps she was not an outcast, as she is also not all the way hag, but will eventually become, hopefully, if it is her wish, to get to said all the way hag. In which case, you would have the same opinion of her as an outcast, downtrodden, someone you would not want to meet. So by you setting the definition of it, you sort of put her in that category, regardless of how she interacted with everyone else in the Feywild.
I'm not sure that's how that works, but I understand also what you're saying.
I'm sorry.
Either way, currently, she does not count as such.
Do we need to arrange a courtroom for this? Like, do we need to bring forth lawyers?
If this takes any longer, we might, I'm not sure. But currently, I'm still not convinced. Your combat abilities have been so far subpar. She had time to show it. They have been not really seen. Her survival teachings are all learned in the Feywild, and while they might be useful here, which they also have been only barely, they will even be less useful in the Underdark environment. She has not been there before and has never seen before.
That you know of.
Well, I mean, have you? Then tell me so. Exactly.
Once or twice.
Oh, okay.
I had to lose search my memory.
We did go into the Feywild expecting there to be some sort of chaotic happenings, whether we had a guide or not. It was my belief that she tried to do the best that she could with what she had.
I believe that, yes.
And to
was
sort
barely
of
enough, which
to
is, I
sort of-
appreciate it.
to sort of put everything that went wrong, which is what it seems like we're doing, on her shoulders, seems very irresponsible.
Do not
Now-
misunderstand me. I'm not putting all the wrongs on her back there. I will put all the wrongs on the Feywild itself, not on her.
And much like, and I appreciate, I want to show my appreciation by saying this, you have given me the opportunity to sort of show you what I was capable of without you sort of kicking me
Yes.
out of this party.
And you have to.
Perhaps you may allow an extension to her as well. I'm not saying permanently forever, but perhaps enough time to give her a second opportunity to prove herself.
Oh,
I
come
have a
on,
question.
Bedrock. Everyone earns at least one chance to bring a family member along to what might be needless slaughter at the hands of unknown evils beyond their imaginations.
What do you say, Holmund?
These Durga places. Do they have ale?
If they are on the Silver Road, most likely. Silver
Right.
Road.
Then let's just take her with us and get on with it. Not really the end of the world, is it?
No, it might be though. What I'm worried is that she can't contain her faintness and then ruin any sort of diplomatic standing we could have with the Durga there. She might just run up to someone, start talking or bothering them, and then we have half the guard on our back, which we don't really need.
So it would
That is what I'm
seem
worried
then
about.
that the primary
Swear.
thing that should happen here is that both Briarheart and Mox swear an oath. Briarheart swears the oath to stay calm and not speak out of order, to always follow and do as she's told in these cities, and to not ruin our diplomatic opportunities. And Mox swears an oath to watch over Briarheart, to assist her in that, as she's unfamiliar with the material plane ways. And since we're both in the Feywild, and as I've been continuously told, it's probably here that when it gets sworn in or something like that, Nala, it actually has some sort of binding effect.
I'm not sure if I can trust that. But that is
If
an
I could
idea.
add an amendment, or perhaps not amendment, but a sort of addition to this.
Oh, being a real lawyer now, are we?
Continue.
Perhaps we could also add that Briarheart need not ever try to make you dance again.
I do not wish Briar to try and force me to do anything ever again. It does not
course.
include just dancing.
Of course. I gestured to Harkin, like, I guess the joke, you didn't like the joke. Like,
Manoroff does not like of the jokes.
Well, Briarheart, it's just an oath you can do and keep on to keep to yourself.
Always, at the very least, speak to either Mox or one of us before acting.
Alright, I swear that when we are in civilizations, I will do my best not to let my Fey tendencies come out.
No, not your best. You will do. No, you will not let your fey tendencies rule you. Upon the world, from the world of chaos of the Fey realm, you will become upon the world of rules of the material plane. You will obey to them as we are forced to obey the rules of the Fey realm.
And that also does not just include in civilization, but outside as well. The Underdark is an incredibly dangerous place, and if you just wander off and poke something as a joke, because you think it's funny, and then we all face peril because of that, it's not something I can really afford either. So as long as you're with us, and, you know, part of our group at large, we will hold to this oath. Not just in civilization, but outside of this as well.
Right, so long as I am with this group,
Part of it.
so long as I'm part of this group, I'll obey the laws of the material plane.
And our intent,
And I won't try.
right?
The intent in the material plane?
Our intent, the thing that we mean. I don't want you to try and wiggle out of it simply because you interpret them differently.
With that, he means that you are to be abiding by the rules of the material plane and the will of the party as set forth in most the Manaroff's ruling.
I swear that I'll obey the laws of the material plane and follow the will of the party.
And you, Mox?
And I swear that I will look after Rosie and ensure that she follows the will of the party as well as the rules of the material plane. So help me, Lily, the Taker. She strike me down if I do not.
Or I shall do it for her.
Alright.
Well,
I titled this conversation as well. Let's get going then.
Right.
I'm gonna throw this at you guys. I don't know if it'll work.
Don't throw me, Jesus!
why my sister is actually cool.
God damn it, DJ. Good enough. Good enough. I like that. That was good. That's good. Very well.
Fuck you.
Well played.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's climb this damn balcony down and get eaten up by red crystals.
Yep, let's go.
Can I please get an athletics check from anybody that's climbing?
Yeah, just to specify, I was gonna go try. I'll take another additional rope to get like about 150 feet of rope in my 2 ropes, and then I want to do that trick that Holman did for when we descended down on the
Oh yeah.
obelisk, so that I can tie the rope to a pipe up here, but then later on bring it back down so that I can untie it and bring it all back. You know.
Not a trick, it's just how you have sail. But yeah.
Yes, we get it, but I don't know how to fucking do that.
Yeah, he has never seen it before, so, you know, it looks like a trick. It looks a very good one, too. It's very impressive.
It's fine. I still just need an athletics. But you keep your rope.
Do we do it advantage with the climbing kit?
No.
Oh, jeez, okay.
I will take it into account. If you are wearing an actual climbing
I'm gonna
harness.
use reroll.
So
Climbing harness.
are you? Yeah.
Wait, if you're wearing a harness, you can only fall so many feet, right?
Yeah. So it won't be a problem.
Okay, then I'm not gonna reroll.
You're just gonna struggle. You're not wearing a harness. Oh no, Amos, are you wearing a harness?
I
have
assume
two. He can have
we're
one.
Getting done, yeah.
Alright.
Let's see my athletics, yeah. So.
Yeah. Dump stat.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Are you?
We could have
just
skipped that
jumping?
conversation when Chino dies on the way down. Could have just skipped that conversation. Just let us. We're done with it.
Mad.
Conversation for nothing.
Why are we not Why are we not flying?
You can fly.
Because you can fly if you want to. We're not stopping you.
Okay. I'm gonna fly. I don't want to climb. Shit.
I mean, I think it's dangerous probably, but you know, I'm not stopping you from doing it. I trust you.
I can just float down with the party, right?
Yeah, that's
Should be
fine.
fine. Perfect.
Jeez. We haven't climbed in a while. It shows.
Okay, he's got a +10. It's fine. It's a very slow, cumbersome process to get you all down there. It takes a good hour, despite the relatively short distance to do this safely. With all of the additional breaking of the crystal around you as you are trying to climb, constantly losing handholds and footholds and bits breaking off. You can't set up any more sort of like relay points on the way down because the moment you try and smash a python into the crystal, it just shatters away. It is a horrible, horrible surface to climb. It is almost like glass, as you are trying to shift your way down.
I was going to say, like, are these crystals also tend to be sharp on the edges as well?
Oh yeah. Not like it's not going to cause any physical damage, but by the time you actually get down, most of you have lots of small cuts or scratches on your hands or even on your face or anything that's exposed. It's just like tiny. It's more annoying than anything. It's like having 20 paper cuts.
I hate it down here already.
You also see, I'm going to say that, Manny, you're the first to spot this, as your blood is absorbed into some of the crystal.
No further reaction though from it, right? It just like absorbs.
It just seems to get like drawn in, as if the rock itself is like porous and just soaking the blood in.
Let's see.
As far as you can tell, there's no other like reaction to it, but it's just a little bit weird,
I'm half tempted to use the light spell, but I'll stay off that for the time being. Let's just go and see how dangerous our route towards the center of this place is going to be. As I uncover the rope.
Are you doing it, or are you saying you're tempted to? Sorry.
I'm tempted to.
It's fine. Time passes, and eventually you make your way down onto the surface. At this point, it becomes more of a navigational challenge than anything, as you try and find ways over. I'm going to ask Manny to make me a survival check with advantage.
Hell yeah!
As you have some people that can help you sort of scout the route now that aren't bound by the actual narrow passageways.
There we fucking go. Nat 20, that bitch.
Okay, easy. With that, it's only going to take you about half an hour from this point to walk the right route. With Duncan able to help you scout and being able to see a good ways ahead, it's you run into very few dead ends. However, you can tell time and time again, you can see routes that would lead you into that would lead you into like actual dead end routes here. And this place does seem to be almost like a maze, a proper maze. You finally get to the central platform you can see here. A lot of it is this sort of black rock underfoot. There is this almost perfectly square, beautiful blood ekite crystal that raises out of the center of it and seems to head all the way to the ceiling, from what you can see.
That's probably it, right? That big one in the middle there?
If it's the center, it's the center.
It should be the
Central
center
edge.
one.
It's our destination.
Right. I have no
You can
idea
make some
how
more
this
of your Okay, Ted, just so I get the message right, that's for opening the portal?
Yeah.
To open it, we're gonna need more Durgar blood on it, on the center crystal.
I'm starting to see a pattern to this place, and it's very disconcerting.
No, honestly, I thought as much. The rest of this place.
I'm very curious if I were to shift my hand into the form of a Durgar, then use that blood.
No, your blood is still a changeling. It's the same way how someone of pure blood or bloodlines or kings is this or that. On the outside, you might be a Durgar, but on the inside, you're a changeling.
My curiosity is getting the better of me sometimes, I apologize.
But hey, by all means, if you want to cut your own arm off, I'm not stopping you. Can you regrow
I might
your arm?
stop you.
I mean, I did prepare a regeneration that I wasn't able to use earlier, right?
I won't stop you.
I'm not going to do that.
Hammond walks up, pulls a small knife and cuts his hand and smashes it into the crystal.
If it doesn't work, he's dwarf on the inside.
The whole
Very bored
crystal
of this place.
shatters.
He is reborn a new body, full Durgar. So he is.
He's true.
That's all. When he walks forward, I walk up with him as well, just in case for some reason that's not enough. I'll put mine on as well, you know. Also, if anything happens.
Like at the same time.
No, I just saw walk out. No, I don't do it right now, just in case what he did wasn't enough.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Good. Just checking.
Yeah. And also in case something else happens.
It seems to be enough as he places his hand. You see as it like ripples outwards, as if he were touching water, which you have not seen from this before. And you see as the blood once again soaks in, the ripple continues as he sort of pushes his hand forward some more. Oh, tingles, and then he will just step through.
Whoa.
Hell. Well, I wanted to say be ready for anything on the other side. Watch out.
I take another quick look around, seeing that assume everyone is preparing to walk through as well. And I will walk after Hammond. Yeah? Was it the frog again?
No. Just in case you can only get past with Durgar blood, can I try to go second? In case you need to
Very
keep
well. Let's see
activating it, you know? I don't want to get stuck here, you know?
It
Go
still
ahead.
seems to be. It's still rippling, by the way. From
Oh, it is? Okay.
He walked through, so it doesn't seem like you need. Like it just seems to be open at the moment.
Okay. I just had to make sure. Just had to be safe, you know?
I mean,
I'll walk
it
through
makes
that.
sense that Manny should probably go last, just in case it does close.
Alright, I'll go last then, goddammit.
I will stroll out next.
I wasn't gonna
Look, I wanna
do you
just-
guys like that, honestly, but it would be funny.
With
Well, I guess it's just Hammond and Manny now. Anyone else make new characters?
Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
Preferably Durgar character.
I was also turned into a Durgar.
Yes, I did get turned into a Durgar in the end. Alright, let's go forward onto new venues. A new dawn, maybe.
And one by one, you'll make your way through.
Let's go. Farewell over.
Get to the other side, we're just surrounded immediately. Like, oh,
I'm curious
gosh.
now that
I
you leave
fear
the-
that so badly. I don't want to please just spit us out like a couple 100 meters away from Stoneblood, you know?
Well, this looks very.
Oh, no, that looks like the worst place possible.
That's what it was.
No.
That is
What's
so
happening?
awkward.
What's happening? I can't see. What's going on?
Ah, goddamn.
I can't see nothing. What's happening?
You.
I'm curious now that we left the Feywild. Is the King of the Wild Hog gonna chase us?
Yeah, who knows? We'll figure that out when
We have a more pressing matter at hand.
Hold on. I gotta.
I made it. That's about. That's why.
I'll whisper back to Amos. I think we're surrounded.
Hold on, I might need to see for this. Can I dark vision myself?
Oh, thank God! I thought he was gonna cast light.
Nah,
It's the
goodness,
worst
no.
possible. Well, it could even be worse from here, but this is one of the bad ones. So
It's
Casting
casting.
light down your
spell.
fucking
Sorry.
flash then goes off.
It's one of them is casting. Stop!
It's-
More guards.
it's-
Get more.
It's dark vision. It's
No,
dark
just
vision. I
needs to
can't
see.
see. I can't see.
Tell that slave to shut it.
Cardinal, quiet.
Who's he talking to?
You step
Just look through
forward.
your fog.
Pointing to you, Manny. You see more guards making their way.
He writes himself.
State your name.
This guy. Shit, I didn't come up with a name. I didn't expect.
Just use your old one.
State your name.
Yeah, I guess so.
Says Bob.
Stand still on stage.
It's Terran.
Say Princess Bob.
No, shut up. It's Terran.
You see, all of these have shields and like war picks in hand at the
Yeah.
moment, and you see as there's a sort of slight pull back as you say Taran, and I mean you know with like Tarans are not a very god.
It's an alias. Well, we'll make that as far as.
Why? Where the fuck did you come from, Taran?
I guess a spell gone wrong. Yes, I have to discipline some of my workers after we're done here.
Where did you come from?
The Feywild. Thought of taking a shortcut.
Stink about ya. You know the rules. Your slaves can't be armed or armored in the city.
I'm looking sort of around. I mean, actually, like, I can't tell if this is a room or like a hall or if this is actually like
This
just
is
center
This is
You
like
know,
a
like- city plaza. something
yeah, like a plaza. That's the best word for it.
I see. Okay, because of the pillars, I thought like maybe we had like an
Yeah,
hall or
yeah. No, I
something.
mean obviously you're the ground. But yeah, it is like it's almost like a vast hall almost, but it is, you can tell, a city plaza with raised area around it and sort of shops. There's very little in the way of any sort of, I mean, it's a Durgar city. There's no sort of decorative markings. The most that you get is that there is a relief in one of the pillars, which seems to be the one that you stepped out of. That is to the god Laduga.
Laudiga.
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 Oh, that's fucking strong pronunciation. Laudiga.
It looks a bit weird, yes.
But that is the only sort of anything that is decorative here.
Hmm. I will handle it. I sort of turn around and I sort of look at Briarheart and anyone, like, I think Colin has a staff in hand, right?
I'm leaning over like an old crone as if I need it.
Roll me a deception.
You might not have wanted to shave your beard then.
Yeah, you look way too healthy.
I fucking got a bad back.
Before we get too far ahead as well, I also need a D20 from you, please, Cardinal, as you did cast a spell.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, I thought that didn't go off. Sorry.
Oh, thank God.
As
Oh,
I
well,
always
dark
thought
vision
it
goes
happened.
very quickly, right? It's not like
Nah.
huge.
Transmutation,
deal. It's
probably. Anyway, yeah.
like, oof.
Luckily,
I hurt my
no
leg.
surge here.
Bad leg. It's a walking stick for now.
Yeah, so I will sort of look at Briarheart and if Mox has anything in the hand as well, and the Cardinal to sort of tell them to disarm themselves, put away their gear and stuff like that.
Oh.
The other two are mercenaries. So I'm looking at Duncan and
Arkin
Harkin.
now. Are you kidding? I'm removing that fucking name.
I think we can probably change. At least I will keep Terran for now because I said it's an alias. That's all.
You can
Well,
take.
the rest can
Her will
probably
put
return.
her crossbow into her bag of holding.
Yeah, In fact, I will try to make it short, so taking their bag of holding as well. So like
And the
you could,
armor.
actually, I have a handy haversack, right? I think that the weapons and armor should probably fit in there. So I'll take it from them. Since that will not be necessary, it was necessary in the Feywild for protection, but will not be necessary anymore.
Yeah, you
I'll give
get
you
the
my
sense
dagger.
that there's an understanding of them that you've come from somewhere where you needed it. They specifically stated, whilst you're
Exactly.
in the city.
Sure,
Exactly.
I'll hand him my shield. I'll take. I mean, I have half plate on. I could take 5 minutes to. I have
will
robes
wait.
underneath. Yeah, 5 minutes, and then I
You
have
are
my.
very patient.
I have my quarter staff with that has my holy symbol attached to it.
Mhm.
It's fine if you want to take that. I think that's all I have, really.
I said Duncan is a mercenary, so I think that will probably be enough. He's not an actually slave. I hired him. So I hope that will be enough. Harkin as well.
Have they got their licenses on them?
Oh shit!
Shit, is that necessary? Do I know if that's... I wasn't aware, I guess.
I muttered to myself, I knew there was going to be people involved.
No, Fey Trickery has stolen it from them.
Well,
guess we
then
can
no
reissue-
weapons or
can we
armor until
reissue
they
that
get it
yet?
renewed. Yes.
Yeah, can we renew that here? Okay.
Can.
Well then... I guess that means... Yeah! I guess for now then I asked Harkin and Duncan to put their stuff in the handy haversack as well. For now. Holmwood is fine, of course.
yeah, no, they don't care about Hammond. He's a Durga, yeah.
She paused. As Briarheart goes to remove her armor, she paused for a second. I
You
don't
can
know if
see
I'm
the-
dressed
the-
enough underneath this for public.
Wait, what do you
You're
say?
joking.
She doesn't have
She's
anything
naked.
underneath her armor.
You know,
I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing underneath.
A gambus or anything.
I don't know if it's enough.
Can't you make like leaves grow?
No, that's not one. I'm not one of those ones.
Oh no.
Well, it is. I have. I'm gonna I'm sure I have some extra cloak or something. Part of a fucking 2-person tent for her. There you go. Rip that up. She can wear that for now.
I'll start this arming myself, which is a fucking ordeal. I think it's 10 minutes, right? Or more
10 minutes.
from full play?
Yep.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
God damn.
I'm not actually armored. I just have a letter on me.
Well, you need to give me your sword, sadly, though, and stuff like that.
I'm gonna pretend put the sword in the bag or whatever it is, but I'm actually gonna dismiss it as it's my warlock
Oh,
thing.
that would be good. That would be good.
can
Yeah,
just-
roll me a sleight of hand. I know your stats. You should be fine. But just
He said it, and then suddenly he rolls bad. See? He jinxed it.
Nope, still beats
That's
the
fine.
passive perception.
Yeah, 18 is pretty good. Never mind. You are very
That's what I
good at
mean.
that.
I know his stats. I think in Nat 1... No, actually, you don't... yeah, Nat 1, you might have had an issue.
Might have.
Yeah.
Alright, good.
Just because she is barely dressed underneath the armor.
Well, like I said, I'll just give you the fucking half of my tent to rip that off, and then you can wear that for now.
I have spare clothes, but they're in the chest. I don't think that's something that hit here
No,
now
don't
would be a
cast.
good
Jesus
idea.
Christ, don't cast it right now.
No, I'm not casting anything.
Don't do that. Do that.
But I'm not doing anything.
Ty, can you update my token to the unmasked one? Because my helmet will also go in the handy haversack.
Yep, no problem. Again, you can always double-click your token.
I don't know how to do it.
I love the tokens, Ty. These guys look cool as hell. Wait.
You see they watch. One of them, a few of them are sort of chuckling a little bit, and Holman walks up to them. You can see there's a little bit of hesitation as he steps forward, because he doesn't technically he's a Durga, right? But he's still a bit are they going to treat me as a Durga? None of them seem to give a shit as he walks forward. One of them gives him a nod. He pipes up a little, chirps up a little bit of a conversation with one of them, and they talk very cordially to each other for a moment. Just Nothing particular.
Manarov is also clearly, I think, aptly for the situation. I bet Dennis is like frustrated that we fucking landed in the middle of the fucking city of all places. You know, so he's like, God damn it, get me the armor and the weapons, like everything. God, shit, fuck.
This is exactly what I was worried about. Let's find the lightness first, and then we'll handle the rest.
It's the worst place you could have ended up.
Yep.
Alright. Well, however long it takes, you know.
Mm-hmm. You see, one of them will, as they see Harkin struggling with his, not struggling with armor, but it's just a process to do it. But getting on with taking his armor off, he calls over to you again. Hey, Taryn.
Yes. Yeah, I think it was this guy.
How long will you be staying in the city?
Not for long. Half a week to a week at most.
You know your business while you're here.
Well, resupplies. The farewell took quite a lot from us. Mostly, and then recuperate.
What's your city of residence?
Shit. Well, I think that's not a lie. Currently, I don't have one. I'm traveling.
There's a couple of
Looking for a new place to stay.
For that. All right. And you got accommodation while you're here?
Oh, we will have to look for one.
I'll have to fill out a detailed report about your arrival in the very middle of the bloody city. Can you write down the names? What is, we'll pull out a notebook and rest of his shield down at the moment. Alright, what are their names?
Well, let's say Mox, Briarheart, I think you can just say, then Cardinal. I have to think about Duncan and Harkin.
You did hear, whilst this was going on, Holman introduced himself to the Durga at the top.
He said a Holman as well.
No, when he introduced himself as Thorgron Ashblade.
Jesus Christ. Write that down. I will forget that immediately. Cool. Fulgrim Ashblade. Fulgrim with an N, with an M?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was TH.
Fulgrim. I think I need to refresh because the chat box is all fucked for me right now.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks super weird. It's like there's a big window on top of it and I can't get rid of it. Alright, and then not sure if I can mention Duncan and Harkin.
They want to know.
I will. God damn it! I'm trying to remember Harkin's alias he used before, but I can't remember it.
Vanek.
Princess Bob.
Vanek, yeah, there it was.
Vanek.
That is the one. I will just say Alvaro, just for Duncan, just will say his last name basically, and then Vanek for Harkin.
Raise an eyebrow at you. Like this kid.
You mean the famous assassin?
It's Alvaro.
Oh shit! I mean, if that comes, that's like, oh, he's that famous. Well, I didn't know.
There's a wart on his head.
Alvaro and then Vanek.
He's killed 3 of our head guards.
For those of you who have, basically for those of you who aren't a Durgar, please make sure that you are completely unarmored and unarmed on your character sheets.
Did they take my stuff? Does it look like
they don't seem to care about stuff.
Okay, nice. That's alright. So I still have
if they don't care about that, then that's
I
fine.
made your I don't have anything else.
They don't. If you came across, I will say to you, Cardinal, you would have the suspicion that if you came across maybe some better educated Durgar, they might have an issue with it. So,
yeah.
They did seem cast a spell though. Maybe I should take the spell book in, at least.
I'll give you something that looks like a focus. I give.
Oh, alright, sure.
Shit. What can I give you? Fuck. I'll give you a coin,
Oh man.
but I'll need that back.
Sure, alright.
I'll need that back.
Alright, fair enough.
Does that mean I can have my quarterstaff back?
I'll need this back from you.
If you already gave it over, then no, because taking it back would definitely. But maybe for future reference, we could essentially keep hold of it.
Yeah.
All right. With this, 10 minutes pass. You have gathered a lot of attention at this point.
Yeah.
There are many Durigar, a lot of whom were stood around watching you to begin with. But there has also just been a lot of like passing traffic of people that have stopped to pay attention to you as you have arrived here. More guards have sort of filtered into the area, just having heard what's going on, just to keep watch. And at this point, now that you're all, or rather all of the non-Durigar are unarmored. All right. Well, we're going to be keeping an eye on you. But as long as your slaves aren't armed, the two of you have access to the city.
Yes. Let's keep going then.
I just whisper over to Menarov, maybe inquire to them where we can renew those licenses.
Do I see any sort of signs? Like, maybe I don't need to ask. Do I see like sort of street signs, so like this way to office, this and that, for, you know, mercenary license resignation, like resignage or something? I don't know what it would be called.
Why don't we ask about where Korgon is, seeing as we can just locate him immediately?
Oh, that's the fucking leader of all of them. I think that would. I feel like first of these probably not that hard to find. It's probably like in the keep or something. Also, second, that would look very weird if I suddenly just like mention it like that.
If we're trying
Fair
to keep
enough.
up a ruse of resupplying, can we go to a shop that sells magical items of some sort? Or a
We
magical
might, but I
lubricant?
feel like we should start going because the longer we just stand here in the middle of this, we look weirder and weirder. So like,
Agreed.
are they
Agreed.
any sort of street signs that might give us at least a
Before I
direction?
answer that specifically, can I just get a general perception check from everyone?
Oh boy.
Oh, I really hope this straight rolls.
I hope that's a 17, not a 7. It looks cocked on my screen. It's like half.
There's a 17, it looks like. Nice.
Marks with
Nice.
fucking
Nice.
30.
Look at us. Look at us.
Yeah, we are all on edge. Except for Cardinal.
He was just blind a
Uh,
second ago. He
yeah.
doesn't know where he is.
I've injured my leg too, so I'm focusing on playing it off.
Holland's just having a good time at the moment, actually.
I'm glad someone is.
He's having fun here.
Uh-huh.
What's he got to lose?
He's
so
never been
you-
so close to a dog without getting stabbed.
Yeah.
I really shot at.
You have to suppress his natural
Weird
urge
experience.
to
Weird
stab.
experience. Yeah. Well, I guess he has been close to me, so like I guess, yeah, but you know, different scenario.
All right. So, let me just scroll down. So, with those
Okay.
perceptions, I mean, firstly, there's a lot of people watching you. See, that's the key thing, including all of the guards. And you can see there's two of them that appear to be sort of getting ready to actually sort of actively follow you. You do see signs, just very practical, very straightforward signs. A lot of them appear to be like district signs pushing you to different areas. and mostly unhelpful for actually navigating unless you know the city quite well. Manny, roll me a history.
Oh, jeez.
Please.
That's good.
Hey, that's not too shabby at all. All right. For the most part, people have not paid too much attention to you. There is. We got a 30, 23. So basically everybody. 20 plus. So Mox, Manny, Duncan, Briarheart. And I will say that, Duncan, I think I'm going to give you a little bit of extra information here because of your background.
Ooh.
You see somebody watching you specifically that seems to be taking a keener interest, and you actually see them pull out a little notebook and take notes on you several times.
What does he look like? Is he like a guard or?
I saw them. No, they don't
Definitely
look like a guard.
doesn't appear to be a guard. They are wearing, I mean, from what you can tell, and this is why you get a little bit more information here, they are some form of rogue. Like, as in, they are based fully around stealth. It's what you would expect an assassin, a Duragar assassin, to look like. From your, previous life. 100% fits the bill here.
Okay, cool. There is one thing I would like to do as we walk away from the middle of the square, or wherever this is.
Mm-hmm.
I got that bramblebee honey thing.
Yeah.
I just want to leave it
Yes, it's
someplace subtly, but like where somebody will obviously find it.
Okay.
Literally, we're gonna get fined.
Yeah, exactly. Something along those lines. Just like on the edge of a bench or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to be obvious about it, but I just want to place it subtly somewhere so somewhere will find it, because maybe that's going to be fun.
Make me another sleight of hand check. Again, I'm expecting you to be absolutely fine with this, but go ahead and make me another sleight of hand check. Just in case. You likely won't be around to see the effects of this. Oh my god.
Every time you say that, he rolls low,
Well, he but it's still a 17. Like, it's not low, But no, 17 is still fine. You do see a sign pointing you to. There's the one building you need specifically, which is the Ledger building, which is the sort of licensing. They deal with a lot of official things. But yeah, then you do find the sign for that one, pointing you out of the square.
Well, I guess we're headed that way then.
I'm also gonna get closer to Manny. I think we have an assassin taking notes, and it's not me.
That's a change of pace. Keep an eye on them if you can. I guess that's.
Doesn't take notes, surely.
He does. They're just mental notes, and then he forgets them.
Yeah. Forgets them every session.
Amazing. All right.
I also mean with change of pace, sort of like I don't think we have been tainted by assassins in quite some time.
I'm also gonna order my invisible raven to just wander around the assassin, just keep a tabs on him.
Okay. You do see. I would say that you're only walking for a couple of minutes through the streets. You are getting a lot of attention as a group. Whenever Duragar sees you, Duragar watches. Apparently, wherever you are in the city right now, you can tell this many just from the general layout. You are pretty much smack bang in the middle of the city by the looks of it.
Damn it. I mean, I guess it makes sense mirroring, from the Feywilds that we would end up there. I was just hoping it would not be like that.
You are pretty much smack bang in the very middle of the city, and people are paying attention with disgruntled and disapproving looks as you are traipsing your slaves through the center of the city.
Do we see any other slaves on the way around?
You do see, as you sort of start to approach the administration, you do see there is a few slaves outside that are chained to the outside wall. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see that enlightenment is alive and well in Durgar society.
It's almost like a bike rack. They're like clipped onto the wall. There's loops to keep your slave there. Yeah.
Wow, this is getting fucked up.
Well, I guess they're not allowed inside then. Can I get that from that?
It would appear that they're not allowed inside.
Well, as we approach, I guess, Holland, stay outside with the others. And make sure that if everyone comes up and asks questions, you just tell them, I guess, what I just told them earlier.
Yeah, I'll keep a watch on them.
With slaves,
You have to wait outside
there, but mercenaries allowed in there.
Well, at the moment you don't have licenses, so you're likely not very much different than any other slave, unless you have any sort of permission
No,
or license.
really
So I will renew those.
Citizenship.
You can feel lucky that at least you're currently still looking better than any of these other poor sods.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Glancing
that
at the
was
others.
dead, but standing upright.
Yes. Speaking of, don't make any eye contact with any of you guys at least. Holman can, but any of you guys, don't make any eye contact with anybody else. All right.
For those of us started and fought.
If you can help it, of course. If you can help it, of course.
I'll just shape my eyes so I don't have any eye things to contact with.
Okay. Also, I need to focus myself. I need to control myself, my emotions, because it's more like Mel's nervousness is coming out, and so Manrov is not like that. He would be more calm, a little bit calm at least in this situation than Mel is right now. I'm pretty fucking nervous right now. God damn it! But if the place is open, if it seems like that, are there any sort of signs, anything telling like where to go inside as well as a sort of step through the door? Is it a big building?
It is a large building built into a pillar of stone, clearly several stories high. But as you walk in, you walk into a large lobby. Quite a few Durigar in here milling about. A lot of them standing in queues, backed up. You can see that it almost looks a little bit like a bank where you have little kiosks built into the wall with thick bars on them, and people talking away at these kiosks. And you do see a couple of signs. None of them are very helpful to you. You don't see any that refer to mercenary licenses or anything along those. A lot of the ones you see are for sort of trade, mining, something about building licenses and permits. There's quite a lot of different things in here. There's one about legal stuff. You see one about trade.
Okay. Does trade include bodyguard services and stuff like that?
Could very well do. Yeah. Probably.
Okay, well, that's a consideration. Is there a staircase going up that's freely accessible to I assume that maybe since it's a multi-story building, maybe in the next,
there are none that are freely accessible. You see two large spiral staircases, but they both appear to be pushed back into the corners in what appear to be sort of private areas.
I see. Is there just a sort of general front desk?
Yeah, there is one to the side. It has quite a long queue.
How long is it, Ty?
It's about half an hour wait, probably, judging by the look of it.
Well, as Laudiger says, you have to endure. So I'll stand in queue.
Okay. So
before I do, I'll quickly just notify outside that this will take a little bit. As I've not quite entered much more further in, I'll just quickly sort of lean outside and tell them that I think this will take a moment. There's a long queue. And I will step inside and then stand in fucking queue.
As you
wait. I just want to say I can't wait for them to tell me that you have to go over there again. And I look over there and there's another desk with another long queue, 30 minutes long, and I have to go over there. Oh no!
Yeah, we're not just gonna wait half an hour just to be to be.
Yeah, I guess.
However, for those of you that are outside, during this time, you can see there's a little bit of a square. There's like a reasonably large open area, large open street outside of this bank as well. So there's lots of passers by, and you can see people muttering and talking as they pass by you. And Duncan, you quickly become aware, or you see as you are watching just passes by, you see the assassin. Quite quickly, quite adeptly. I'm going to roll a stealth roll from them. Actually. You see them, and you only see them towards the last moment, just as they duck into the licensing building.
They went inside.
The one that Manaroff just went into?
Yeah, the one that Manaroff just went into.
Oh, shit!
I swear to fucking God, Ty. I swear to God. You better not stab me, I swear.
Damn it.
I can't cast a spell. I don't know my holy symbol.
Okay, I'm gonna... Stop the spelling. Give it on myself.
Okay.
Shit.
I still have everything at my disposal.
Okay.
I think the...
What are you doing?
Roll me a d20, please.
Oh, subtle spell. Alright. Well, I mean, let's hope the one saw you just suddenly turn invisible.
Roll it again, please.
Okay. That tongue clickers. Damn it. Alright.
Before I go in, I am gonna message Manaroth, telling him that assassin I told you about. He just walked in after you.
What's they do? I'll sort of glance about,
And I am gonna stay at the entrance. I'm not gonna just walk in right now because they probably have something to detect this invisibility, but we'll see. Give me a sign if you want me to come in. I'm invisible at the door.
See.
I'm just gonna ready myself to dart in, but I am gonna send the Raven.
Since I was able to see the assassin too, I'll just relay that to the rest of everyone that's still out here.
Can you roll me an AUG? Are you... 2 seconds. I just need to... You are, okay. I'm assuming Manny is not. Let me double check. Roll me an Arcana. Please, Duncan.
For the love of God.
Start rolling higher, goddammit!
Okay. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do with that. All right. So, you get this message, Manny.
Yes. I start glancing about a little bit. So as if I have not been here before, which is true. Like in this specific building, I have not been before.
That's true.
But I glance about more specifically, sort of like, but actually looking for the assassin if I can pick them out.
It's super easy to find. The moment they enter the building, there's really nowhere for them to hide, and they don't even appear to be as they join the queue behind you.
The cheeky fuck!
Well, I'm gonna be ready for anything. I'll take note of that, and I'll just that's alright.
They are right behind you in the queue.
Yeah, well, I don't want to just like start murdering this person before they've done anything. It will probably look weird. Since they're close up and I saw a glance in their direction at least as they walked up to me, any sort of, I don't know, any sort of insignia or anything I can tell like who they might be? You said they look very roguish. Do they have like, I don't know, a tattoo that might identify them as part of a group?
As far as you can tell, there is no identifying marks on them. To the degree that clearly it's intentional.
Yeah, alright.
They're actually a fairly easily recognizable person, but there's no like markings that identify them to a particular group, if that makes sense. Do you understand that?
Sort of, yeah. But yeah, I mean, that doesn't particularly change much. I will stand in queue. I hope I don't lose my fucking spot because we do need these licenses, and I'm just like, I guess, on edge, sort of ready to fucking do anything if I notice them doing anything.
Alright. They stand, hang on, I have to remind myself what this is.
You don't have to. You can also not do it, So just choose not to.
Sneak attack, 100d10.
They are, maybe 2 foot behind you. They are just queued up. And you see as one or two other people join the queue behind them as well. And they just... you realize after like 3 or 4 minutes, they are intentionally staying behind you in a sort of over-the-top fashion. As in, if you like turn to the side, they've suddenly like drifted that way. And if you like turn that way, they've gone the other way.
Okay.
They are specifically staying out of your eye line in a very sort of almost infuriating manner.
Alright, I don't know what their fucking deal is. I need these licenses.
Maybe start
Can I see this from the entrance, by the way? Or is it like...
Is it what, sorry?
Is it visible from the entrance from where I'm at?
Yeah, it's like just round to the left, but you could just about get a line of sight on this.
Okay.
All right. It's a good like 10 minutes goes past. But since you've joined the queue, and it's slowly working its down, and that sort of half an hour is definitely about right. I'm going to show you I'm going to try and grab up the full artwork here. If you give me 2 seconds, just to give you a proper look here. I don't know why we have the little comparison thing in here, but just...
She's got a solid token.
Hmm?
Alright.
It's about, it's a, go ahead and roll me a perception here, Manny. I'm going to give you advantage on this one, because you rolled well already.
17. 7.
Pardon?
No, I wrote an 11 and a 7. So 7, 11, and then anyways, keep going.
You can, with a 17, you hear something. This is just something that you hear. And it's like, it takes you a few moments because you don't hear it at first, and you realize that it is the person behind you that is now talking to you very quietly, clearly making it look like the two of you are not talking as they turn. You just hear the words, "So, adventurers, eh?"
You just sort of grunt in agreement, subtly. So,
No chance any Durgar's treating slaves. Are you even
I'm
really
thinking
a Durgar?
Okay, she's just this is just provocation. I'm not biting on that.
Seem
I'm
very
not biting on that.
cuddly to be a Durgar.
That is sadly very true because I do still have the flowers coming from my armor. That is very much true.
I've gotten so many looks.
Feywild does that to a motherfucker, that sadly can't do anything about goddamn Feywild hexes.
I wonder if the guy in front of
just
him
my
is kind of
curse
like
now.
wanting to get away from it because of those flowers,
But no, I guess that's true. Oh, Manuel will just keep looking forward. Let her talk if she wants to, or they want to.
You've brought a little group of adventurers into Stoneblood, I'm sure for no good fucking reason. To Durgar. A bunch of them. Now you're trying to get a license. So that you keep them armed on the streets? So you're clearly here for trouble. Would you be looking for work while you're here, little Durgar?
Yeah.
I'll ignore her. For now, at least.
Hey, do you want to know something funny? How good is the rogue that you got with you? The one that turned invisible? I'll ask you a better question. How intelligent is he?
That's debatable.
Hey.
That depends on the time of day, Sometimes he is, sometimes less.
He seems to have a little bit of a thing for you. I reckon if I were to draw a dagger, nice and slowly now, so that maybe only he could see, he'd rush in here to try and help you. Think that's true?
I don't say anything.
See, the problem is if he's not that smart, he'll probably miss the wardings on the door that will instantly make him visible again, right? Should we try it? I'll tell you what. Answer this question, and I won't pull a dagger. And your friend will stay out of prison. Or worse. What's your name?
Very quick, Ty. Would casting a spell right now in this room, is that super frowned upon or just so looked at weird? If it's not something big flashy, something more subtle, like a smaller spell.
Definitely, yeah, any sort of spell casting, definitely frowned upon. Especially if it's actual spell casting. Like, it just doesn't go down well in Durgar society.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just thinking. Well, it comes from a can't, As I'm like, how subtle would that be? I'm just thinking because there's no component. Oh, wait, it has no components. It means there's also no verbal or anything, right? If it says no components.
Oh, sorry, from a card. That's what you said.
Yes, from a card. It says it has requiring no components. Does that mean also not verbal, somatic, or anything like that? Because those are components as well, right?
Yeah, correct.
Alright, and I think I'll use that to, I guess, really subtle cast a spell real quick. Like, completely, so I will use the Aramir al-Hakim card that I have, the green one. Sort of manner of quickly focuses on that message line he has gotten recently, and like so uses psionics to sort of quickly focus on that and try to reconnect that brief bond we had over that message spell, and I guess cast message again, but back to him.
Yeah.
And I'll say, this rogue assassin is questioning me and threatening me that she might do something to lure you out, and so you then get thrown into prison. There are wards on the door that will make you invisible. Do not enter any further. Even if she tries something, I will handle it myself.
I think you mean to say there are wards on the door that make you visible.
Yes, I just said that.
You said invisible.
Well, I meant fucking visible.
Yeah.
Of course, there are not wards on the door that make you invisible. If you enter, it would be weird.
Hey, who knows? It's Zergo society.
I will do that and use that way, and I will continue to ignore her from then on. The last question was, she said, if I remember correctly, that, tell me your name or I will do something so your friend, enters and gets thrown to prison or something,
Not quite
I think
that
that was her last words, right?
But yeah.
Yeah,
So
but like
the
about
intention.
that.
Is this from the card? Is this message channel now open for a full minute between me and Manny?
I mean, you can reply to this, and in theory, Manny can just cast it as many times as he wants in the next minute.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't even see that part, but I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. So, in
Do you
theory,
want me to
yes.
She
try
is... Oh, yes, keep it on.
Do you want me to try and get rid of her for you?
No, just stay outside for the moment. I think I can alter this bond at least for another minute. It's unusual, but I will message you if anything else happens. Just stay outside. Don't do anything rash.
Duncan, you see as she pulls a dagger.
I see as she pulls the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fucking do anything.
But
If she fucking stabs me, I will crush her fucking skull, okay? In self-defense, of course.
Let me see how many sorcery points I have left.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, Duncan, please! I use this card to tell you to not do anything. Stop.
Hey, Duncan can do
It's fine.
Maybe we should have made Duncan swear to save all of us. We made Briarheart and Max.
No, in character, I trust this man too much to do that. Sadly,
Okay,
No,
I am.
tragically, I
am
trust
gonna
him too much.
I am gonna do one thing, just so we see if we can get rid of her. So I'm gonna subtly drop my invisibility, stand close to the door in trying to be surrounded by people, I guess, and I'm gonna subtle spell.
Jesus.
I'm gonna subtle spell cast command on her.
The moment you drop your invisibility and you are this close to the door, you
I'm not gonna be
Okay.
I'm obviously not gonna be in the middle of the door. I'm gonna go into a bit of a crowded place so that I can drop invisibility and.
But here's the problem: is all of the crowded places are crowded with Duragar, and you're a good 3 or 4, 3 foot taller
that's
than
true.
these
And you're
people.
officially, and you're also currently considered a slave. So if you just suddenly pop in,
Yeah.
It's
I was
not
thinking
great.
normal. Yeah, I was thinking you said there were slaves at the door, and I was thinking I could mingle.
No,
between
all the
them.
slaves are. There's a little slave area to the right, but that's sort of round the side a little bit from the door. They don't want to keep the slaves near the right.
It's very obvious that the slaves are funneled, so in case they try anything, it's very obvious where it's coming from.
Yeah. Okay. Damn it! Then I cannot do it. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna do anything.
I apologize. There's clear prejudices in this city, but
Yeah. No, I
That's for a
figured
reason.
in my imagination it was a crowded place in the city somewhere, so I could just
Racism is alive and well down here.
it'd be like that sometimes. Yeah,
Okay,
do
I'm
you
just
at
gonna-
least tell me she just drew a dagger? Because I don't know if I can tell
I
with
am
my
gonna-
back turned to her.
I am gonna tell you. I'm gonna reply to you saying that.
I will sort of like try and whisper to her as I hear that. So I was like, if you're going to stab me, you better make it count. It will not be my first time getting assassinated. As you can see, I've survived that as well.
All I asked for was your name.
I don't care what you ask for. I'm trying to get a license.
Just starts laughing. Oh god, what if I could help you get a license? Then would you tell me your fucking name?
You tell me how. First, what could
plenty
you
of
do
people
to
in
get me
this.
this license quicker, huh?
I can just ask your contact. Ask your friend.
Well, so far, I don't see it necessary.
Very well, then I'll ask the other way.
What the hell does that mean? Oh, are we just waiting now? Is it just it? That's
She just
standing
stands
here.
there behind you now. Right?
All right. Well, then. Awkward.
There's a moment goes by, and you reach the front desk. Go ahead and roll me an insight here, please.
Oh no. That's not that terrible, even.
Hey, that 15 is, yeah, that's decent. You see very burly, stern-looking woman goes, what do you want?
Your license from the mercenaries. I got stolen.
Okay, go to desk 5. And then there's a shift in tone for a moment. What's your name?
Squint for a moment. Is it necessary? I thought I should get to desk 5.
What's your
He
name?
said he don't care. Terran.
Taryn what?
It is just Terran. For now, at least.
Okay, just Taryn. Desk 5.
Princess Darren.
And you... What do you do here?
I had to desk 5!
You see as the person behind you walks out of the queue and joins.
God damn it.
Roll me, what's your passive perception? 16? I think that's enough. You see a very slight nod to the person behind you as just in the corner of your eyes, you're turning away.
God, we're just in such a bad position. Like, in general. Manoroff will, as he notices that, he will inform Duncan again, holding onto that link. I'll keep it just to Duncan because I think that just makes the most sense from how I use this. I get the feeling that this assassin has connections here and is going to make this thing, getting these licenses, very difficult. She offered me her help in exchange for my name. I assume true name. Real name.
We could just forge the documents.
You don't know what these documents look like, and neither do I, so this will be very difficult.
I'm almost assuming you knew since.
No, I did not have any mercenaries in the past, so I don't know what. It was never necessary to get these licenses, so I don't know what they look like.
By the way, as you walk over, unless you do something to stop them, this person is walking not behind you now, but like by your side, as if you're walking over there together. They don't say anything, but they are walking sort of side by side.
Well, when I get to the queue, will they go back and file behind me?
They're stood by the side of you again, as if you are in the queue together.
Can I sort of look at them and sort of like just try to sort of motion them to at least stand behind me, as if they like, what are you doing, man? I'm in queue right here. Sort of like a normal person response to this, just like, what the, get in queue behind me.
To anybody watching, it looks very bizarre because they look so comfortable that like it really just looks like you know each other. Like so they're just looking around. They don't even notice that you're like looking at them for a moment until they like look and they go, oh, fine. And then they'll just take a little shuffle back. But you can see that they're clearly enjoying this.
Yeah. Well,
I have a question. Did I also see the nod that she gave as like?
Yeah. 100%.
Okay, so I know that the person in front is going to wait for her to, I don't know, make a sign that it's okay to get the.
Who knows?
The permit.
What they planned, yeah. But they are certainly in contact with each other. But yeah, no, I just messaged you there as well. They have contacts in here, and they want to wrench information for me in exchange for the licenses, basically. At least that's the current thing that they're doing.
I have
what the grand plan is.
I have a plan if you want.
What is it?
It will take me a second to move out of sight and come back so I can drop my invisibility, because I'll probably get killed if I do it right here. But then, if you position yourself at the counter again with her beside you, I can try and command her to nod in agreement to the clerk when you ask for the permits.
Are you sure you know what this nod actually means?
I'll think of something, but that's all I got at this point. If you want to try.
So first nod, is this the target? Second nod, okay, now go for the kill.
No. So what I'm thinking is, just so I'm clear about this. So I'm thinking like as she stands by your side or behind you as you're in the queue, while you're saying I would like permits, she would nod like in agreement that it's okay. That's the command I would give her. Something along the lines like allow this to happen or something like that. That would be the command.
Well, it has to be one word.
Agree. I don't know. Something that would make her like something along those lines. I'll figure the word out by then.
Do you have any better plans?
No, this is the only plan I have.
God damn it!
I'm sorry.
Just to clarify, he can do that without sort of entering the building, kind of.
I can subtle spell it, and Ty said that I can see you if you're at the first counter at least, because you're a bit to the right, if I understood correctly.
What is the range on this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me check.
Oh boy.
Is it command that you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
Command is 60 feet.
60 feet, I believe.
I think that's just doable. Yeah, that should be okay. You're right.
But it will take me like a couple of seconds to dart in an alley or something.
Oh, they've got a good half an hour in this queue at least, So,
yeah, so it will take me like a couple of seconds to.
Just so you do understand this, Duncan, even if you like dart away and like drop invisibility to come back to us, like in our little group here, everything is okay. But the moment they see you like outside of our group,
so I'm not thinking in actually going somewhere else. So going into the middle of the group and bending over like I'm tying my shoes and then just getting up out of invisibility. That would be enough. You're a big fellow. You could probably.
I'm a big fellow. I agree on that. Like that can work. But that can at least work. Just so that's clear for you. Like
I'll think of the logistic if Manny gives the go away. Go ahead.
I can knock her unconscious with
the word. Alone on this fucking place is what I'm reading here.
Yeah, I got that.
On our license, mate.
Well,
either way,
I mentioned. Sorry.
No,
okay.
Go ahead. You go first.
Like I mentioned earlier, sadly, I completely biasly trust this man. Maybe too much. So I'll give him the go ahead to do this if he can. If I believe and he says he can pull this off subtly,
I'll try.
without
I don't know if it's
exposing
gonna
himself.
work.
I sadly trust this man. Even after all he has done to me. Like stabbed me one time, killing me, turning me into dust.
Count to 30 and go back to the counter.
I mean, like I said, you've got a bit of a waiting in the queue in either way still.
Hmm.
So you're waiting here, and a couple more minutes pass, and whatever it is. And she's now behind you, but still speaking in a very sort of lulled tone so that only really you can hear. You just hear, I know that I've seen you. You look damn familiar.
They've said that about me sometimes.
Is on the tip of my tongue. Any moment now, I'm going to remember exactly. And that's where we'll end the session for today.
Oh god! Ah! I want to scream! I want to scream! I want to be. I mean, I want to be here, but I didn't want to be here right now in this situation. I wanted to have a more controlled approach to the city. God damn it!
Yeah, that's the first and last time we ever go with the Feywild shortcut.
Ah!
That's a good.
We still don't know how many days have passed.
Yeah, I assume they don't really have newsletters flying about, right?
No,
I
definitely.
don't think that's really a thing here.
Just to real quickly ask this though, Ty. In the square, there was no light sources, but are there sometimes light sources, especially in the admin building?
No.
Oh god, it's all
You
darkness.
you see one or two buildings that do have light sources coming from inside, but it's the exception.
Yeah, there's like they made smithies and stuff like that where fire is needed, right? Like, those are gonna have, of course, light coming from them.
Even other than that, there seems to be like the occasional building that just chooses to have light for whatever reason. But it does seem to be rare. Either way, let's jump over to Stana Wish. Mox, if you wouldn't mind kicking us off.
Yeah.
Be wonderful.
I am going to do. I'm going to give my star to Duncan for just trying to be as in the situation that we find ourselves in, being as Duncan as he possibly can, I guess.
Okay.
Immediately jumping after the rogue assassin, turning invisible, and then realizing, like, oh wait, I'm gonna die if I make a wrong step. Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right, and your wish?
I don't want to be a slave anymore. How's that? What's up for a wish?
I'm gonna see how many mercenary licenses I can get, right?
Sure.
Let's see what I can do there.
All right. Okay. Perfect. Duncan, Stana Wish, please.
The wish is, I guess, we don't die here.
Okay.
Because that's obvious. But I don't know, a fight kind of sounds fun in the middle of the city.
What the fuck?
And for a star, I'll give it to Mox for his well-placed argument for keeping his sister around, because I thought that was fun.
Yep. Very good. All right. Awesome. Thank you. Amos.
I will give it to Manaroff this session. I don't know about last session, but the past few sessions, I think Manaroff has been less, what's the word, vocal? And then at the very end, I liked at the very end, it was like, okay, Your services are no longer required. And then the argument came up. He's like, no, I know. No, I don't think so. No. I thought it was pretty good. And for now taking the lead in this city, I think we're definitely going to need it. So I'm thankful he's here. I'm looking forward to a lot more.
Time.
Yeah, he is very much. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes.
Okay.
And my wish, get to a magic shop so I can buy some parchment and ink.
Okay. Nice. Okay, thank you. Briarheart?
Star's gonna go to Mox for trying to keep Briarheart around. I don't have a wish for next session.
Okay. Harkin?
Star's gonna go to Manoroth for attempting to circumvent the illegal proceedings of the fucking Durgar city of Stormblood. This is just fucking Tower Tuesday all over again. Except at the very I wanted to say except at the very least we're not being fucked with, but now immediately someone comes to fuck with us, and I'm just like, why can't we just have normal administration hell? Why does it always have to be extra administration hell? But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I really, really wish that we just get our licenses and get on with it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we're being fucking eyed up by other Durgar while we're standing out here thinking, yeah, if I grabbed them, I might have a slave.
No, that's why I left Holman outside.
Yeah, but even with Holman there, there's only like one Durgar there.
I hope that's just,
okay. There's
not
laws
worth the trouble, hopefully.
about it. There's rules and stuff to follow. And Manny, start on a wish, please.
Jeez. Great session. Terrifying session. Stressful session.
This
all
is gonna be your life for a while.
Big ones. I'll give it to Mox for a presentation. That shit was actually funny that he wrote it all down like that. I think for vaguely sort of remember, I think he stumbled a couple times, but I guess that's just in Mox's nature. Also a little bit of DJ as well, but that was just like very enjoyable. I was not expecting to actually, see a presentation like that get thrown out. I was expecting something, of course, but not like that. So that was great. I'm happy that sort of resolved, at least with an oath. I think Manoroth rightfully goes like, all right, sure, let's see how this goes. But yeah, and I think my wish is just, oh man, I don't know, that we sort of find a way forward without having to sell all our information to this assassin, information broker, broke type person. I hope that when she just said when it's like, oh, it's a tip of my tongue, and what she's about to say is just a completely wrong name. It's like, I never heard of it. It's like, no, what? No, that's not me. That would be really funny.
Maybe
if I just actually look similar to someone, I was like, no, what? No, that's not me at all. That would just be very funny. That's not actually wish. It's just kind of like a funny hope, My wish is just that we can actually manage to get through this without terribly enough trouble. Though I feel like that's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. We'll find out next time, I guess. Guys, thank you all for playing, and thank you everyone for watching and playing a bunch of new cards.
Yeah, I didn't get grade 1, sadly.
What?
Got damn Scalamog. Great lightning damage maximum. Yeah, I have a lot of that. Damn it, Scalamog, stop popping in and popping into my hand when I don't have lightning damage.
Alright, but either way, does none of your launcher do any lightning damage? No?
No, my launcher's all force.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
All right, but guys, thank you very much for playing. We are going to be raiding because we're a good little band of orcs. So please do come with us. Send these people some love. It says it's their first ever D&D stream. Sounds pretty cool. We will be live again tomorrow with Symphony of Storms. So do come back and come see how these folks get on then as well. But until then, thank you everyone. Much love. Send these guys some emotes. Threaten to steal their cheese, of course. Until then, goodbye. Have a wonderful night.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.